Yeah, well, he's got me. I'll be the
There you go.
the local fire homer.
You be the fire of this show.
Yep, the local fire homer. I'm going to put that on my bio. Well, the draft is today. Should we start with golf?
Let's do it.
You guys want to do some golf?
That was great.
Your Blazers got a nice little win.
Yeah.
Good-ish win.
I was there.
Big-ish win.
I saw it. The crowd was pumping.
Pumping.
And then I didn't understand any of what Sacramento was doing. I tried to pay attention to that. I didn't know a damn player. I was like, who is this?
Pumping.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start with golf, though, okay? And we'll do that next here on 105.1 The Fan. Before we get back to my fire, let's talk some golf. It was Masters Sunday yesterday, and today is Masters Monday.
Okay.
What? That's what they call it.
This is Masters Monday?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess the media guys can play it, I guess.
I guess they can.
Well, there's like a lottery now. Like not all, there's not enough slots. I know some of the media guys are all pissy about that.
Oh, quick correction.
What you got?
It was Golden Tate's. It was Golden Tate and Russell Wilson's wife. His previous wife.
Oh, okay.
Not the
other way
superstar
around?
wife.
Okay.
Yeah, and not the other way around. Golden Tate has repeatedly denied. Such fake news, but
that's the rumors that he got shipped out of town because of that.
That's
and it was Mike Kekich and Fritz Peterson who swapped families.
Yeah, and that worked. Which, by the way, good for them for being enlightened and being like, I hate you, you hate me. I like this guy. Cool. Trade.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's like trading baseball cards when you were a kid.
Yeah, we've got someone on the text line that's upset with the commentary, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly upset him.
I think he's upset at the idea that I said it's like eventually a homosexual male will come out and then it's a morality thing. And
he says that's wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever.
So
you have your views and we can have ours, and
we'll ignore that one.
Everyone can have their own opinion. I welcome.
I just was confused. I'm like, we didn't say anything like.
No, he didn't like the inevitability of it.
Yeah, and he now says, "Won't someone please
think of the children?
Think of the children."
Yes.
High school kids listen to you, Big Sook.
Yes.
Okay.
I think high school kids are aware that there are homosexual people in the world.
So you touting,
I think that's
this homosexuality. We're not going to stand for it.
Touting it.
That's right.
I think acknowledging that something is real is. Hey.
Nope.
Anywho.
No, not anywho. He says.
Stand corrected.
How dare you?
That's right. He says it's the wrong thing. You can't tout the wrong thing to the kids, and then the kids will. Yeah. This is why society is failing.
There's nothing that's going to penetrate that face.
People like you.
It is people like me. I'm terrible. Because you know what? High school kids never think about sex until I say it. Then they're like,
aha!
An old white bearded man. Yeah. He talked about sex. Now
Mom, Big Sook says it was okay.
There was a guy on the radio. Mom, I'm gay. What?
I know that's what I was waiting for when I was young.
I'm gay.
There was a guy on the radio that said it was okay. Yeah. So, all right. So, we got good little Sunday.
Yeah, I know some people have kind of poo-pooed it because no one really. It was kind of a race to see who could not pee down their leg.
Yeah,
I understand that there was no one that really grabbed hold of it. All I can ask for on Sunday of any golf tournament, but certainly the majors, because it's really all I watch. The majors, I watch the players and the FedEx. Right? I watch 8 to 9 golf tournaments a year. I'm not like you. I can't watch the Honda Classic or whatever. The Genesis Open. Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Honda Classic.
So all I can ask for on Sunday is to keep my attention for the entire thing. And while I do want to witness greatness, and I do want to witness unbelievable shots in these moments, because that sticks in my memory, and it's the defining moments of those tournaments, all I can really ask for is some drama, and and for me to not know until the end what the result is. And you can't tell me that on Sunday we didn't have every one of those things. You had nonstop drama. At least 4 different times, I said to myself, oh my God, this person is blowing it. This person now has a chance. Nope, they're blowing it. And so that sort of like roller coaster, that still kept me on the edge of my seat, even if we didn't have these fantastic moments or like a singular, I'm winning this tournament moment. It kept me on the edge of my seat to the very end. And even at the end, when it felt like it was over, Scotty gave you enough to where Rory still had to pucker a little bit, and then he hits it into the woods, and even then we still had some drama. So I cannot. I've heard some people kind of poo-poo it, and I just disagree. I thought Sunday was great.
It was great, but some of it is just the golf course makes it great. Like, just because you don't have a guy going, what did Rory do on Friday? Like 6 birdies and 7 holes or something to finish the, like just because you don't have that doesn't mean it's not really compelling. In that golf course, the back 9, especially in that golf course, it doesn't matter what's happening as long as it's close. Mm-hmm. It is going to be riveting.
Yeah.
Because a lot can go wrong.
Yes.
And But yet there's a bunch of birdie holes out there too. I mean, there's what is it? Like 3 of the last 6 holes are birdie holes. So they tailor it to be exciting, and it was exciting. It just wasn't as exciting as last year.
Yes.
I mean, last year was incredible.
Yeah.
We've never seen anything like last year.
No.
That was the most riveting thing. And by the way, you have to watch if you care about Rory McIlroy's first win at the Masters, you have to watch that documentary on Prime about it. Have you heard about that?
No.
There is a doc that's out there now on Prime about Rory's win.
Last year?
Last year, yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, wait, did they do like a live thing for this year?
He just goes through it hole by hole.
Sure.
And, like it goes back into some of his history and the way he's wired, and it's really good if you had such a good time like I did on Sunday last year. But this Sunday was a little different. I mean, it's like, look, let's be honest. Moving Day was better than Masters Sunday.
100%
this year.
Yes.
Moving Day was awesome.
Incredible.
And if you don't know, Moving Day is Saturday. And pretty much everybody cranked it up and was making birdies all over the place.
That was one of the best scoring days.
For Rory.
It was one of the best scoring days in Masters history, except for the guy who had a 6-shot lead. Like you said, it was.
Well, you know what's crazy?
It's amazing.
Rory and Scotty basically played the exact same golf tournament, but it was just in verse.
Yeah.
It was in verse, right? Like, so Scotty went even par in the first 2 rounds and then went 11 under on Saturday and Sunday.
And Rory did the opposite.
Rory went 12 under in the first 2 rounds and then went even par on Saturday and Sunday, and he still won.
It's funny, we were joking because when we left the air on Friday, Rory was at 12 under 6-shot lead. And we were like...
I thought he was going to run away with it.
Yeah, but we were asking, if he plays par golf the rest of the way, does he win? And you were like, well, I don't know. Maybe he's thinking maybe 69, right? Go 69. Well, he played par, and it was by a sliver. But I would, if you would have told me he goes par, I think I would have said someone nicks him. And it damn near happened.
100%.
It damn near happened.
Yeah, I think in most years someone would nix him.
Well, but we did, yeah. And Scotty tried, but last year, remember, we had Rose with the 10 birdies. Scotty tried. He one putt short.
He stalled out. His putter was he was hitting it great.
Yep.
As good as anyone in the field. He just didn't make enough putts, and he kind of, I don't remember what it was, but didn't he just finish with just a bunch of pars? Like he just was not, he got all the way up there.
He had a birdie, I want to say, was it on 14 or he had a birdie towards the end, and that got him to 11, and then he needed the one extra on 18, and he missed the putt by a sliver.
When at one point Rory and Scotty were actually tied.
Yeah.
Scotty did catch him. It's just that Rory came back to 9. So they were both 9 under.
Yep.
And they were in like 3rd place.
Yep.
Like at one point Rose was winning, and I think
Rory was 3 shots back, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was Rose at 12 and maybe Henley at 10 or maybe Young.
I don't know if Henley was at 10. I think at one point Rose had the lead. I think Young was above Rory, and there might have been one other. I'm trying to think of who it was. But yeah, Rory had gone back to 9. I think he was 3 shots back, if I'm not mistaken.
And Scheffler was there too. They were even. And Rory if you think about the difference between Scotty and Rory in this tournament, I mean, it's just a centimeter.
Yeah.
Like, think about all the different putts, all the different shots. Rory doesn't chip in on 17 on Saturday, or I guess that was Friday. He does, Rory and Scotty played the same tournament.
Yeah.
It's really wild. It's so funny how we view it differently because Scotty's was over the weekend and Rory had a 6-shot lead. But it's the first time you have 1 and 2 in the world finish top 2 at a major since 2002.
Yeah. I was really hoping that we were going to get the Justin Rose Rory playoff, but with Scotty Scheffler. You imagine, had Rory hit that when he hit it into the woods, and you're thinking to yourself, all you had to do was go 5-iron, chip it up, 2-putt, and thanks for coming. And you just take out the driver, which has been an abomination all week, and you're going to hit that thing into the woods. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to go into a play. He's going to do it again. I just couldn't believe it. And as much as I enjoy watching Rory and I was rooting for him, I wanted to see the playoff with Scheffler.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was a hard one for me because I was rooting for my money. I was rooting for my wallet. I had Cam Young. My pony let me down. And I had Scheffler too. But towards the end there, I was like, when Young was out of it, I was like, you know what? I want Rory to hold this off. Like,
Yeah.
I really like Rory McIlroy. Seems like a really good dude, interesting dude, thoughtful dude. Really has been through a lot. And I just felt like he was going to bogey 17 and 18.
Yeah.
Because he hit it. I think he hit it into the trees on 17 too, didn't he? And he hit it, and he had to punch out up short of the green.
He had the one on 15 where he was in the woods and he had that really amazing
No, 17. So he's up 2 shots with 2 to play. I thought he was going to go bogey because he hit it into the woods on 17. Yeah, and then he hit a stinger out of there and it went over the green.
Yeah.
But then his short game has gotten so much better. He just got up and down there. That was a huge up and down because if he had to only par 18 after that tee shot, he was in trouble.
So Scheffler went birdie on 15 and 16 to get to where he was at, and then he had the birdie putt on 18, and it just
That's right. Yeah, he birdied 16.
couldn't quite get it.
I think when Rory hit that shot on 12, that's when I was like, okay,
He's got it.
yeah, dude, that was pretty money.
Yeah.
You know, he's never hit it into the water there,
Really?
not once.
He how do I say this? I'm not doubting. I mean, Rory's one of the best of all time, but if you gave me all of the greats and you told me which one I have the least confidence in to close something out, it's Rory.
He's a wild ride, man.
Yeah, it's like when you have an elite closer in Major League Baseball, but it's not Mo Rivera. It's more like Wild Thing, where Edwin Diaz, he'll walk the first 2 guys and then give up a sack bunt, and then you'll have second and third, and then he'll strike the next 2 out. Like, he's one of those guys that you never feel uber confident that he's going to slam the door. And it always feels like he's leaving it open a crack.
Yeah, he never makes it easy, but after he went double on 4, bogey on 6, and it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He's melting down.
Yes.
And this is awful. After that, you got to hand it to him because he did not make big mistakes.
No.
It was akin to Tiger Woods when Tiger won, remember in 2019, where Tiger just knew his way around the golf course and everybody else kind of fell off or hit it in the water or made a mistake. That's what this was.
Yeah, it was never pretty.
Because Rory he didn't make a ton of birdies. He just didn't make the huge mistake. He tried to on 18.
Well, and he was a lot better off the tee on Sunday than he was the rest of the tournament. I didn't see what the final was, but I know going into Sunday, there were 91 players, if I'm not mistaken, and the guy who was 91st in hitting fairways was last. He was 91st. The guy who was 90th in hitting fairways was Rory McIlroy. That doesn't happen. And I just sat there and I was like, if that goes down, like, you're not doing that 4 rounds in a row and winning. But to his credit, he was much, much better about keeping it out of the suck. He was much better about keeping it in the fairway on Sunday than he was the first 3 days.
All right, I have one more question about Rory, which we will ask after the break. We'll wrap up Masters talk. But first, Stephen with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Trailblazers over the weekend got the win over the Kings. They are the 8th seed in the Western Conference playoffs. That means they will be in the play-in tournament. They'll play Phoenix tomorrow down in Phoenix, and the winner of that game is the 7th seed in the playoffs, taking on the Spurs. The loser of that game will then host a game on Friday against the winner of the Clippers and Warriors for that 8th seed. Pacers point guard Tyrese Haliburton said today in an interview that he contracted shingles on his face, which caused a severe rash, intense itching, swelling that closed his eye, partial eyebrow loss, and ongoing nerve pain for 2 months. Medications for the condition failed to fully resolve and has led to a significant weight gain. He is embracing all of the fat jokes right now. Bucks coach Doc Rivers, he and the team are parting ways after a 32-50 season. Luka Doncic to the Lakers is returning to the Lakers on Friday after spending last week in Spain, where he's received multiple injections for his grade 2 left hamstring strain. Lakers have not provided a timetable on Doncic's return. Lakers take on the 5 seed Rockets in the first round. WNBA draft tonight, starting at 4 o'clock. Azzy Fudd from UConn expected to be the number 1 overall pick. Portland Fire, your Portland Fire, have the number 7 overall pick. And former Duck Jackson Shellstad, he will announce that he will be heading to Louisville this next season. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
a.m.
All right, Masters talk. Rory wins again. Fourth player to go back-to-back. Green Jackets. And if you're wondering who puts the green jacket on Rory since he won it last year, old Chairman Ridley.
Yeah, that old crusty douche.
Yeah, he threw it on. He's not as crusty as some of the older.
He's only slightly less
What?
racist and sexist.
Well, I don't know about any of that. I just know that he's less crusty than stuffy than Hootie.
Hootie.
You remember Hootie?
I remember. Hootie was the one that oversaw I think the most embarrassing moment in golf history, that Tiger Woods press conference where he chastised Tiger for liking Skush.
So Roy's shot on 18, I mean, he hit that shot, his tee shot so poorly that it was way over almost to number 10.
Yeah.
And I mean, he kind of got lucky it was so bad. Because had it been more in the middle of the trees, he would have had a rough time getting out of there.
But anyone that's played a course like that knows that if you hit it bad enough, sometimes you can play it up the other fairway.
Well, so CBS missed it, and of course they're getting dragged for it.
Yeah,
they should.
They should. They missed both approaches, by the way, on 18.
My God, that shot was it was the shot.
Yeah.
If he clips a tree, that's instant double bogey. We're going to a playoff.
Yep.
But he managed to, Rory, and apparently he's done this before in there, but he manages to hook it around all of the trees, go out up over 10 fairway, hook it around the trees up toward the gallery and into the bunker where he got, well, he didn't get up and down, but he didn't need to. He just needed 3 shots. So that shot right there was amazing recovery shot, yet we didn't even see it.
It pissed me off so much. I just was like, what happened? Because when they didn't show it, I was under the impression that it got hung up in the woods. I was like, oh my God. Because you didn't hear anyone cheering. I was like, dude, he's hung up in the woods. I was like, he's doing it. And then all of a sudden they showed it and I was like, oh, well, that's where it ended up?
Yeah, it's like, wait, how did he get it there?
Huh?
Was it another shot? Was it another stroke?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Dude, they screwed it. They missed multiple approach shots. And then the final putt, I didn't even get to see the ball go in.
No, they screwed it up.
Yeah,
that's the other thing
good.
is they used the camera shot from behind Rory, so the ball... There was a moment where he puts his hands on his head, and you don't know if he's doing that because he missed it or if he made it because you couldn't see the ball go in.
There was at least a dozen times watching the broadcast where the guy would hit the ball and then the camera would pan and you would just see fairway and no ball. And you're like, what just happened? Like, that happened so many times, and it was kind of maddening. So you can show me the tracer, you can see all that, but you can't show me the golf ball? It's very frustrating. And I try not to get too much into the weeds on broadcast. I think I hate this broadcaster, or NBC does a better job than CBS and Fox, and I'm just usually like, whatever, it doesn't affect the way I watch it. I thought their coverage was piss poor. I really did. I thought it was worth. I don't even care about the Jason Kelsey and the Miz and all that. That was dumb enough. But how are you not, with all the technology and cameras, how am I not able to see the most important shots of the tournament? That's inexcusable to me.
Yeah, it is inexcusable, especially for CBS. Been doing it for so long.
And then Mr. Lee goes out and he gives me a 10 and I don't get to see one. So think about this. He is it Hong?
Hao Tong.
Hao Tong Lee, who is the Chinese guy. So he took a 10, a freaking 10. And when I went back and actually saw it, because you can go back and you can go on the app and you can see all, that was mesmerizing. I could not believe it. It was like watching Tin Cup in real time. But Scotty Scheffler was his playing partner. Scotty Scheffler had to wait 25 minutes in between hitting shots. And that was a birdie putt that could have forced a playoff in hindsight, and he missed it. How did we not get one? They didn't show 1 second of that. They didn't talk about it. Nothing. How is that not a bigger deal?
Well, it was probably just because he was out of it.
Scotty wasn't?
Well, I know, but he wasn't the one with the 10. I mean, I that's probably why. I'm with you that anything like that, you got to show it.
Yes.
But I think there's probably an element of, you know how they are. They don't want to embarrass the guy.
He putted into the water, and I didn't, what? I would like to see that.
Yeah, he did. He did.
That photo of him in the bushes where all you see at the top of his head, it's an iconic photo, and yet I didn't get to see it. In fact, they didn't say anything about it. I just looked up one time, and they showed the leaderboard, and he wasn't on it. And I was like, wait, he was like 6 under. What happened? And then I had to go back and be like, he got a 10? And you didn't mention that on the I don't know. It's just that I just thought the broadcast was really poor in general.
So my last question about Rory is this. Do you think he wins this tournament the way this went down if he didn't win last year?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Already the pucker factor was there. And I think if he had the pressure of the career Grand Slam and what he's talked about, what that felt like, no. The way he had been driving the ball, I think he absolutely puckers and poos down his leg. I think that is the new whatever you want to call it, the free wheeling Rory. I think I don't think the old Rory wins, which is kind of exciting because maybe he can go on one of these runs and get another 3 or 4 over the next, 6 or 7 years and really push this thing into rarefied air. He's got 6 now. He's already there. He's already an all-timer. He's a Hall of Famer. But, I mean, in fairness to Rory, because we all know he's great, like, we don't think about Brooks Koepka this way, and Koepka's got 5. Like, 6 is an amazing total. You get to 8, you get to 9. That's a different level than 5 and 6. And I think maybe now this version of Rory, he might be ready to go on one of these secondary career runs.
You know what I had forgotten? One last thing about Rory. I was watching that documentary on him, and let me pull it up, see what it's called, so I can give you a recommend. Highly recommend. For you golf bros, you want to watch this. Anybody that's not into golf, maybe not. My wife liked it, though.
Okay.
And they put it out just this weekend.
Well, I saw it pop up then because when I was scrolling through, I saw something on Rory in the Masters.
Yeah. It's called...
it didn't really register to me that it was from last year.
Yeah, it's an Amazon Prime documentary called Rory McIlroy, The Masters Wait.
Yeah.
Very worth the watch. One of the things in there that I had forgotten about that they reminded us, because they talk a lot about his mindset. They're interviewing his parents and like, how's he wired, this and that. When Rory, and they went through the big meltdown in 2011 where he had the lead. He was a kid.
Yeah.
He has the lead. He steps up on 10 tee, and he hits it over into the cabins.
He started crying.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Well, he only made bogey on that hole.
Yeah.
He was still well within reach of that championship, but he ended up absolutely. I think people remember the shot on 10.
Yeah.
They forget. I think he shot like 40-something on the back. Like he absolutely melted down.
I remember, honestly, this is so crappy of me, but I remember that maybe more than anything else that Rory's done. Like when because he won the Open Championship by, he blew everyone away. I even remember what he was wearing. Remember, he was wearing like the black and yellow. Yeah. I remember that at Augusta and remember watching him be in tears and be like, oh my God. Like, this is Greg Norman type stuff.
Yeah, he shot 43 on the back.
Ugh.
Anyway, what I had forgotten, which that documentary reminded me, do you know that he he set a record the very next major at 16 under and won the U.S. Open?
No.
He bounced back from that. Like, that could kill a lot of people's golf careers, what happened at Augusta. Mm-hmm. Rory, particularly at that age, he won the very next major in record fashion. And I had totally forgotten that. It's just a little glimpse into him. Like that, like it didn't derail him. As a matter of fact, it didn't really affect him at all.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember. I remember the meltdown, but maybe I don't give him enough credit because when I think of that, I kind of think of it as part of that 10-year.
No.
I think of that 10-year drought, but I guess it wasn't.
No, he went on his major run shortly thereafter. Shortly after.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have thought, if you would have told me, I would have thought the meltdown came in the midst of the 10-year drought.
No, because he was super young.
Yeah.
I don't remember how old he was exactly, but anyway, good guy. Love the little Irishman, little Rory.
I thought the
wins another one.
The daughter was a little awkward.
Yeah, she didn't really care to.
No.
Yeah, usually the kid running out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They went, oh, Daddy.
Nah.
She was like,
Bobby was like, eh.
What's up, Dad?
She's like, he had to kind of like call her over. It was a little.
Yeah.
I felt
no, come here.
It was a little weird.
Maybe she hates him.
I don't know. I was ready for the big tearful moment, and all I got out of that was, ew. Like.
By the way, one other
little kid though. I mean, who knows?
Poppy.
She could have just been. I mean, that's a whole. I can only imagine what's that like for a kid. But it was a weird. You know me. I like weird, awkward interactions, and that is a weird, awkward interaction.
One more stat on Scotty. He is the first player since the 1940s to go bogey free on Saturday and Sunday at the Masters.
Mm-hmm. And he couldn't.
He did not make a bogey. 9 birdies, 1 eagle. So he was even par. I mean, what's amazing is he was even par Friday night. He was 12 back.
Yikes.
And he tied him.
Yep.
Dude, that guy.
And they even said, remember after he had the moving day run, remember that was when he got into a little bit of a pissing contest with the reporter because he said it was an awful question because he shot 65 and
he said what the guy asked him what it could have been.
Yeah.
And he's like, that is a clown question, bro.
Yeah. But it probably should have been a 63 or 62.
Well, I mean, maybe that's why you got all upset about it.
Well, because he even mentioned, Scheffler mentioned that he left shots out there, and that's when the guy said, what should it have been? And Scheffler took exception to it, even though he's the one that said, Like, this could have been better. And if you watch that, he had very makeable putts that didn't go. Look, I that stuff doesn't stick with Scottie Scheffler. It sounds like he obviously is maybe the most balanced of the golfers about letting stuff go. He will look back on that and he will say, I should have won the Masters.
To your point, it wasn't even the final round. Like after round 2, I believe, he even talked about how he left shots out there. So he'd been doing it all tournament, and so they're bringing it up. It seemed pretty fair at the time.
Yeah, but he got the clown question, bro.
That's a clown question, bro.
It's awful.
Next question. Yeah, he didn't say that's, of course, the Bryce Harper.
Yeah, but he said it was an awful
But he said
question.
that's a terrible question.
Yeah, terrible.
Just terrible.
Yeah.
Next question. All right. Well, Rory does it again.
I wanted to see that playoff. I really did.
I wanted to see what happened to Gimme Back My Son guy.
Oh, I'm assuming he got the heave.
I would imagine he did. Because you don't hear, like, somebody texted me earlier in the week and was like, man, isn't it great how behaved the fans are at the Masters? And it's actually, it helps the broadcast because all the chump douches and the bros on the U.S. Open, like, it's a lot.
Yes.
And they're always yelling dumb stuff. The Masters is they're just so behaved, the patrons. And it makes for a better watch.
Yes.
But if you didn't see it, at one point, I think it was Saturday, but it might have been Sunday.
No, I think it was Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
I think so.
Some guy screams, "Give me back my son!" after Rory hits a tee shot.
I don't know why. That's a line from a Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a famous Mel Gibson. I don't know why that, but I kind of got a little chuckle out of it. But my first thought was, you're getting the heave.
Yeah, dude, you will never.
No.
Yeah, hope you enjoy your last Masters.
They're going to find out who, and someone's going to rat him out. They immediately was like, who did it? Everyone just starts pointing.
Right over there.
It's like Sergio breaking his driver.
Yeah, I see he hasn't changed.
No, he's still a douche.
Why would he even? So he snapped his driver. Started pounding his club in the ground.
Cooler.
I just feel like, what do you even expect, dude? You're not winning the match. Like, what do you think you are?
I don't know.
You're not in your prime. Just be happy you're still playing there.
Just wondering if they're going to do anything about it, or if they'll just be like, you know what?
Yeah, I don't
No
know.
harm, no foul.
And that wraps up Masters Talk. Congratulations to my dear friend Rory McIlroy. I love it, and I hope he wins again next year.
I want to see him go on a run.
I'm also pissed that I didn't bet on him this year. But his odds were,
Yeah. I want to see the run. I want to see him. I like watching greatness. I would like to see him push this to give me 3 or 4 more, get to 9, get to 10. Do the double granny, right? Go with that.
That'd be incredible.
Because I think only Jack and Tiger, have double grannied, if I'm not mistaken.
Double granny, 2 guys.
Yeah.
Now maybe 3.
Because he needs both opens, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's won the PGA twice, the Masters twice, and then I think the Opens one each, I think.
Your Blazers, big-ish win. Let's get to some hoops next on The Fan. Well, we're a mere moments from the WNBA draft, where your Fire picks 7th. Okay, so that's about to get underway. Mariners won today.
Yeah, they actually hit.
Yeah, they got 6 of them.
Go figure.
Runs, I mean, not
Yes.
hits.
No,
Yeah,
6 runs. Yes.
6-2. They beat the stupid Astros.
Yeah.
So one other thing about the Masters, real quick, just somebody mentioned it on the text line, I forgot. But did you see egg salad hat guy?
Oh, I saw egg salad hat guy. You always wondered who the hell is buying the egg salad hat. Well, that guy.
Yeah, I don't think that's an official Masters hat.
Oh, I think it is.
I don't know that it is.
I thought they were selling those at the merch tent. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think so. I don't think the Masters is quite that humorous about its merch. But you can get an egg salad sandwich there for $1.50.
Yeah.
If you want. So everybody talks about the pimento cheese sandwiches. Yeah. They're $1.50. Yeah. So are the egg salad sandwiches.
Well, I don't want egg salad, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Nor do I want a hat that says egg salad.
Well, that guy, he was sitting on 16T, and he was always very visible. Made sure he was visible with his egg salad hat.
It's kind of like Marlin's guy.
Yeah.
So is that why that was a big deal? Is that it was fake? So. Because
I don't know if it was fake.
Well, I saw Darren Ravel tweet, and he reminded people that if you're trying to buy an egg salad hat on eBay, they're all fake, which I assumed to mean that those were only available through the Masters merch tent.
Yeah, I take that as they're all fake, as in not real Masters merch.
Oh.
Because they don't make it. But I may be wrong. I don't
But they have the ones down at the Amen Corner and all that, and, you know.
Well, you can pretty much get anything now written on your hat.
Pretty much. Yeah.
According to internet, it is not an official Masters.
So some dude has a knockoff egg salad hat and was standing behind Scotty Scheffler.
Well, and there's somebody else had one that said "skip it," like the skip it.
There's also one that says like pimento.
Yeah.
There's a couple different ones.
People doing bits. The Masters, they're not leaning into that. they have their logo and that's it. Yeah.
Just the idea that you want to wear a hat that said egg salad. I can appreciate the I love the Masters, but let's be honest. How do I say this?
Uh-oh.
Is there one thing that collectively, like middle-aged white dudes, are bigger douches for than the Masters?
That's how I feel.
If you just watch like everyone in that crowd, look, let's be honest. It's not like everyone's like the coolest dude in the world. Like
big fat
just some of the looks of the guys back there, it's a lot. Starting with egg salad guy in his green speckled glasses.
No.
And there's a lot of people wearing those like technical golf polos that should not be wearing those technical golf polos.
What does that mean?
That doesn't
what's a technical golf
the stretch fabric that hugs you in all the wrong places. Dude, there's a lot of sweaty up tops that don't need to be in those. Just because you're going to the golf tournament doesn't you don't need to dress like you're going out there to play 18.
Yeah, I think that's just a lot of guys. That's just their warm weather gear is golf gear. But you're right. You don't have to dress like a golfer.
No. But behind egg salad guy, remember there was the two guys in the Burberry vests with like the driving caps as well.
Yeah. They're always back there.
Yeah, the people watching those things is amazing.
It's great.
Yeah.
And there's also another one of the hats that says azalea.
Yeah.
Azaleas on it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But egg salad guy, man, he was making his push.
Yeah, a lot of people were not happy with egg salad hat guy. They wanted him banned.
Because he was wearing an egg salad
Yes,
hat?
I don't know. To your point about, like, people just take the Masters very seriously.
And that's kind of my point. Like, again, I love the Masters, but middle-aged white guys, lighten up. It's okay. It's not church.
Well, we take our cues from the Masters.
Yes.
Well, I'll say this. I'm not the biggest golf guy, but I enjoy watching the Masters because there's not guys just yelling out, "Give me back my son." There's not a lot of this shenanigans. I actually think golf is much more peaceful to watch when these things aren't happening.
Couldn't agree
more. I enjoy the Masters, and I agree. Egg salad guy, get out of here. You're banned.
Yeah. See, look at
you wear that egg salad hat, you get your butt out of here.
Dude,
butt out of here.
Vaughn is not even a golf guy, and he's what you're talking about. The reverence. Do not stain this golf tournament with egg salad hats.
Again, I love it, but we need, just as a community of middle-aged white guys that love golf, we need to tone it down. Right now we're at 11, and it doesn't need to go to 11. We can have it at like 8 and lighten up. Even like Wimbledon, which is like the most stuck-up place, even them over the last couple years have been like, all right, like We're gonna tone it down just
Are
to.
you sure about that?
Yes,
Because that's pretty
Turn it up.
stuffy too.
They could go to 15.
That's right.
You
We don't
know,
let people like you in there.
dude, they freak out
You have a big beard,
over
you're out.
everything. Just deep breath. You're gonna be okay.
All right, coming up next. Now we get to your Blazers.
Yeah.
Big-ish win on Friday.
It was a big-ish win.
Big little win.
That place-
Bigger-ish win.
Little
I'm
big
going
win.
bigger-ish.
That place was jumping. That was a great
Great
environment.
atmosphere.
All right, that's coming up next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Portland Trailblazers got the 8th seed in the Western Conference after beating the Kings on Sunday. They will now turn their sights to the NBA play-in tournament where they'll play Phoenix tomorrow down in Phoenix. Winner of that game gets the 7th seed to take on the Spurs, while the loser of that game will then host a game again Friday against the Clippers or the Warriors. Pacers point guard Tyrese Halliburton, who missed this entire season disclosed today in his exit interview that he contracted shingles on his face, which caused a severe rash, intense itching, swelling that closed his eye, partial eyebrow loss, and ongoing nerve pain for 2 months. And then the medication for that condition failed to fully resolve it, and it also led to a significant weight gain. Bucks coach Doc Rivers and the team, they are parting ways after going 32-50 this season. Lakers star Luka Doncic, he is going to be back in LA on Friday after spending the last week in Spain, where he received multiple injections for his grade 2 left hamstring strain. Lakers have not provided a timeline on Doncic's return. LA is the 5 seed taking on, or to the 4 seed taking on the 5 seed Houston Rockets in the first round. WNBA draft tonight, starting at 4. AZ Fudd from UConn expected to be the number 1 overall pick. Your Portland Fire have the number 7 overall pick. And former Duck point guard Jackson Shellstad, he announced over the weekend he will be heading to Louisville for his senior season. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks, don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, welcome back to hour 2 of the sports program here on The Fan and the Fan Sports Network. Yeah, that's right. This is 105.1 FM, The Fan.
Not to be confused with 1080 The Fan, where you can still hear us.
Yeah.
Or the app, or YouTube, or wherever else.
Here's another thing I got to tell you.
Shout out to the 9 people on YouTube right now. What's up, chat?
Toyota presents the Fan Golf Classic at Langdon Farms Golf Club.
Like, what, a month away, right?
Yeah, foursomes are now available. Yeah, more than a month. Wait, June 23rd.
Oh, okay. So no,
Yeah.
we got some time.
What is today? I don't even know.
Today is the 13th of April.
Yeah, so over 2 months.
We got 2 months.
1051thefan.com. That's our website, and you can get a foursome there. AM or PM times are available. The infamous Angels NV Bourbon Par 3 6th hole is back, where we're all hanging out there shooting the breeze with you guys when you roll through. So here's the sponsors. Are you ready? And now, please take note of a new sponsor that is in this list here.
I'm listening.
Okay. Because bets have been placed as to whether or not I and the other hosts will screw this up.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Vulcan Design and Construction, Henderson and Daughter Windows and Doors, Battery Exchange, Maestro Dobel Tequila, Philbrook Law, 1-800-DIVORCE, Roto Rooter, Window Nation.
Dun, dun, dun.
Illegal Mezcal.
What?
And George McCoy at Warren Allen, attorneys at law.
Yeah, you hit it out of the park.
I think it's illegal.
It sounds so natural. Coming
Well,
off
it's
your tongue.
spelled like, the word
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
But it's illegal.
We need swag on here to culturally appropriate this tequila, right? Did you say it's tequila?
It's mezcal.
Mezcal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need swag here to roll some R's and to make us all uncomfortable.
So get your foursomes now. June 23rd, that's a Tuesday. We'll be out at Langdon for the Fan Golf Classic presented by Toyota. So your Blazers got a dub on
Yes.
Friday. They knew you were coming, and so they were very locked in.
Well, one, I don't think the Clippers care. I don't think any other team in the play-in cares. I really don't. It doesn't. It feels like
That's not what I'm reading.
It feels like the only team that cares is the Blazers.
Can I read you something?
Yeah. What do you got?
Well, go ahead, and then I'll tell you. I was reading an article about the Suns today.
But that was a great environment. The Blazers played their ass off, and they gave it to the Clips. Tried to give it away there a little bit. They were up big, and then it was like, whoa, Nelly. But they pushed it away, and it looked good. Denny had a big game. Just it, I don't know, that it had a really, and not like I think that's probably my 8th or 9th game I've gone to this year. By far the best environment there. And it had a pseudo playoff environment.
Pseudo.
Well, I mean,
Ish.
look, I've been to enough of those playoff games that when that place gets going, it is one of the best arenas in the NBA.
really is.
And I'm not going to say it was at that level. But at the start of that thing, and then as they got going and they built that lead, there were times where you were like, this is what, it's been 5 years since you've had anything to cheer for. And I get it, making the playoffs, you lose your draft pick, and in the long term, it probably makes sense to not make it. Dude, there were some cool moments. There were some really cool moments when to see that many people that were high-fiving and hugging, and just that place was rocking, and it was like, God, that's what we've been missing for 5 years.
They're back.
And it was cool. It was cool.
For how bad Blazer fans have been treated by ownership and everybody in the front office, they show out for the Blazers in big games. Like, I was talking to a friend, and she was saying they have a 3rd grader, and he was like, that game was awesome. Like, the crowd was crazy.
Yes.
And they have season tickets. He's like, I've never been to a Blazer game like that. And it's like, yeah, he hasn't, because the Blazers have sucked so bad. Like, again, as Suk said, it may not be the best because you're going to lose a draft pick if you make the playoffs, but it also brings meaningful basketball. It brings experience. It brings fun to the fan base, once again, that hasn't had fun in so many years.
There was a swagger to it, and it was a cool thing. And while I get not wanting to lose the draft pick, there was an article today that Blazers Edge had where it was talking about how, like, Rob Williams and Drew Holiday and some of the older guys were trying to talk to the younger guys about what it's like to be in the playoffs and the different intensity. And look, this team isn't going anywhere. I get it. The idea of getting some of those guys a taste of this is what it is, this is what you're trying to do, this is where I think there is value in that. Now, I get it. It's probably not the value of getting a good pick and a deep draft, but I do think there's something to giving some of those young guys a taste of, hey, this is what real basketball means like. This is an intensity level. Oh, and by the way, that's the San Antonio Spurs. That's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Get ready because they're going to raise their game. I think there's benefit to that.
And based off a young Hansen draft pick, who knows if you're going to do well in that draft pick.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
So was Tom Dundon, was he there?
He was not that I saw.
He was not there.
No.
He's already given up on the team?
But
Wow.
Shield Tile was there, and he was going
crazy.
Crazy. Believe me, we had the zoom in. It's bad. A lot of people now are paying attention to what's happening down there, and a lot of people saying. I don't know how much Dundon is going to be around, but we said at that press conference, Shield Tile will be the face of this thing, and he is all in. He's
and
all
they showed
about
him on the broadcast, and you're right. Like, he was cheering, he was out there, like he was out. He wanted the Blazers to win badly.
Now, I will say that the BTJ, her company has they have season tickets, and they were saying that Dundon, because they talked to all the other season ticket holders, Dundon is basically now going around to every single section of that arena. He's going to the suites. He's going down to the floor. He's going up. I guess when he's there, he's basically making 15 to 20 minute stops at every section. He's in the midst of a fact-finding commission right now to find out what works and what doesn't. Whereas Tile is down on the floor and go Blazers. I think you're seeing the two different entities of one guy, what do we do well? What can we do better? What do we do crappy? And the other guy gets to cheer on the Blazers.
I mentioned I was reading an article about the Suns. Yes, their coach, whose name apparently is Jordan Ott.
Yeah, go figure.
Good little coach.
Good little coach, I guess. I don't know. Nobody expected much from the Suns this year.
No, they're
right?
supposed to suck.
Yeah.
And he said, we are locked in.
Okay.
Because you're claiming that no one cares about the play-in except for the Blazers. Watch out. Because Suns coach Jordan Ott says, we're locked in. We've talked about the All-Star break. We've talked about after the All-Star break playing meaningful games. Now that's transitioned to a big game Tuesday night. That's exciting. To play 82 games and then have another chance to play a game. That part is exciting. To do it with this group will be special.
Classic Blazers. There's 8 teams and only the one other team that cares you're playing. Sheesh.
So the Blazers play tomorrow in Phoenix. If
Yes.
they win, they are the 7 seed.
Yes.
If they lose, they play the winner of the Warriors and the Clippers.
Yes.
At home.
Yes.
Correct.
They get to host that game. They win that game, then they're the 8th seed.
Yeah. The Warriors
Right?
already. Yes.
Yeah.
The Warriors are already talking about putting a minutes restriction. Like, no one cares. The Clippers and Warriors they do not want to be in this. They're just like,
Well, would you? Oh, wait, don't answer that.
Yes.
So the Suns, one other thing, and then we'll move on here, but the Suns played the Thunder yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you saw, they beat them.
Yes.
It was big. Real big.
No one ever seen a win like that. They said, oh my gosh.
18 players were ruled out of the game.
Yes. Did you see
18!
Did you see the lineup that the Kings rolled out there? Like,
that was the Blazers game.
They've been playing that lineup for a while, too. That's not a one-off for the Kings.
This was the Suns Thunder. 18 players were out.
Yeah, that was like across the NBA. It's like, look those last couple games in the NBA, no one played. San Antonio had an opportunity to avoid Oklahoma City and Denver in the first 2 rounds, and they sat guys. Like, the Kings ran out a roster of I don't know who the hell it was. You mentioned 18 guys. Memphis played a game, I think over the weekend, where it was the same thing. I think they had 13 or 14 guys just from their own roster that weren't in the game. It's absurd.
Didn't the Magic screw it up? They rested a bunch of guys and then lost. Or the
Celtics beat them.
Yeah, the Celtics beat them with
and the Magic needed to win.
The Magic needed to win, and the Celtics beat them with a bunch of chumps. They had like 3 guys have career highs. 3 guys you've never heard of.
Yeah, Baylor Shireman had 30.
Shireman!
Ron Harper Jr. had 27. Luka Garza, 27.
Luke Garza!
Hey, he's still in the league.
They started a guy named Max Shulga.
You mean Big Ten Player of the Year?
National Player of the Year.
Luke Garza was the National Player of the Year?
Yeah.
Is it Luca or Luke?
Luka.
Luke. Is it Luca?
Luka Garza.
Luca Gar. Are you sure?
Yes.
I thought it was Luke.
I thought it was Luke. I don't know.
All right. Well, what a game. I've forgotten about him. God. Somebody break up the Celtics. Anyway, mercifully, the regular season has come to an end.
Yes.
Now it's time for some meaningful-ish basketball.
The Timberwolves played Joe Ingles 32 minutes last night. That's all you need to know.
Could have been Blazer great, Joe Ingles.
Yeah, he's 38.
I saw Dougie Buckets.
Dude, he's the best player.
He got some run. Yeah, Doug McDermott played in the Kings game. That was one of those where because it was actually close for a little bit. So I flipped over to it and I was like, is this? And I was like, Doug McDermott's playing?
Yeah, the Blazers got up by 20 at half, and I'm like, it's over. I don't need to watch. And then I looked at my phone, and they were only up by 8. In the third, I'm thinking, oh, man, I got to start watching again.
Dude, there was a bunch of people, though, I had never heard of. Like, there was a guy named Precious out there, and he was like balling.
Precious Achua. Yeah, there's Daquan Plowden.
Yeah, I was like, who? What the hell is going on in Sacramento?
You know, at this rate, Steven, you may be able to catch some minutes next year at the end of the season.
Tell you what.
In garbage
Max
time.
Shulga can start. I can start.
God. All right, our stock watch is next. What we're buying and selling from the weekend in sports on the Fan. right. The WNBA draft is underway. Your girl Holly Rowe, I see, is there.
Yeah. Dude, my new girl is this Olivia Miles gal. The goggles and that afro? Let's go.
Yeah, she goes number 2 to Minnesota. The Lynx?
The Lynx.
I hate to say it, but at the start of the show, I'm pretty sure I said Olivia Miles at 2, guys.
You did.
Didn't you have a
I had a little plus 600 on that one.
little wager on that?
That's all.
That's a good little cash.
They don't call me Stevie Fire for no reason.
The Futter went 1, right?
Yes.
The Futter.
I like that.
Yeah. The Fud.
She goes to Dallas. The Wings.
Yes.
Now, our rival Seattle Storm are on the clock
Losers.
right now, and we refuse to tell you who they draft. But then Washington Mystics, Chicago Sky, Toronto Tempo.
And then
they named him the Tempo.
I know. As much as I don't like the Portland Fire, at least we're not the Tempo.
And then we pick 7th. Okay. Stevie Brackets. He has Stockwatch.
That I do. You know what? Let's talk about this real quick. NBA playoffs coming up here soon, kind of, I guess. But as part of the new NBA media deal, local broadcasts are completely shut out of the first round. Usually in the past, the first round had local broadcasts and not just national. Now with the new partners, it's all national. So it's going to be Amazon Prime, NBC, ESPN, no local broadcasters. And Mike Breen, the voice of the NBA, during the Knicks game in the final game, he said, quote, "I personally think it's a poor decision. Fans want to hear their team's announcers, at least in the first round, because for so many of us and all my favorite teams growing up, the home team announcers were that. And I just think the fans deserve to be thrown a bone once in a while." So starting with this week's play-in games, no local broadcasts, all national. Guys, buy or sell. When the national broadcasters announce games, though, it makes the games feel bigger than what they are when it's just local. Therefore, it's actually a good move by the league to get rid of the local broadcast in the first round and go all national.
That is interesting. I hadn't thought about that because if you would have asked me before that, I would have said, yeah, that's bad. The having your local guys do the playoff games, to me, just seems to make sense. That being said, I understand that. That's a good argument because when you do get the national guys, it does feel like it's bigger. But I think it's hard to make the first round necessarily feel big. So while I appreciate, you made me think about it. That's a hell of an argument. But I'm going to say the first round, which isn't that big, because let's be honest, there's not that many upsets. And for a team like Portland, that's probably going to get bounced. I do think having the local broadcasters would still be good, but I like the attempt.
So you're attempting. What you're trying to say is it's going to suck without Kevin Calabro and Lamar Hurd. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I said because they have national broadcasters, it makes the games feel a lot bigger.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm going to sell it. Stevie Brackets.
Okay.
Stevie Fire. I'm going to sell it because, well, one, Kevin Calabro is a national, he's a national broadcaster. He makes the game, that dude's really good at his job.
Hurd's good too.
Yeah. I mean,
like Hurd.
They sound big. So I don't think, because sometimes the national guys, if you don't always get the best national guys, and then it can sound kind of rickety, and kind of weird. It's like, who are these guys and why are they on the broadcast? So I don't know. I know that people want the comfort and the familiarity of their hometown broadcasters, and maybe not having that does lead a little bit of, makes you kind of think it's bigger, but I don't think when you're watching, I mean, it's a playoff game. Yeah. It's not the announcers that make it so or not. So,
all right. I like it.
Yeah,
I actually agree with you guys. I just want to play devil's advocate there, and I thought I had a good argument.
It was a good argument. I liked it.
All right. Let's go to the NFL real quick. Ian Rappaport, the NFL Network, he reported over the weekend that the Jaguars intend to use Travis Hunter as a full-time cornerback and a part-time wide receiver in 2026. Now, last year, Hunter, when he did play, he got hurt. He played 67% on offense of snaps and 36% of the defensive snaps before he got hurt. Hunter saw Rappaport's tweet, quote tweeted and said, "Now who told you this?" Hunter, of course, has said all the time that he intends to be a full-time two-way player in the NFL, just like he did at Colorado. Well, guys, buy or sell. Because the Jaguars made the trade for Hunter and gave up so much draft capital to get him, the Jags still need to explore the option of playing Travis Hunter full-time on both sides of the ball.
Not if they're smart. Look, I've been wrong a million times about draft picks, but this is one that I was pretty, and I'll still put my stake in the ground. It was an overreach. He's not a generational prospect at corner, and he's not a generational prospect at receiver. And he's a better corner than he is a receiver. He's a talented guy that's not a receiver playing on the outside, and he's a very good corner. But he's not the best corner prospect we've seen even in the last 5 years, let alone the last 10 or 15. And you drafted him high under the illusion that he was going to play both. You don't play both. The injury rate in the NFL is 100%. It is not a matter of if you get hurt, it's when, how often, and how severe. So the idea that you were going to take someone who's thinly built that had injury problems in college and play him both ways, it was stupid. And so, yes, I do think there is pressure for Jacksonville to try to get something out of this pick and force him to go both ways. But if they're at all smart, they will tell him to shut your mouth and you're a corner. And yes, much like you do with Dion, you can get 8 to 10 snaps at receiver where we're going to have you run go routes. But you need to be a corner. And if you prove to be one of the 4 best corners in the NFL, then yes, maybe we'll let you return some kicks. So yes, they will explore some of this because he's so determined to do it. But 1 year in, and you couldn't stay healthy. And you don't usually get healthier as your NFL career goes on. So if they're smart, they will really limit this. But it is Jacksonville, so...
Okay, before I answer this, and I tend to agree with him, just be good at one thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to tell you who I lied. I was going to not tell you who the Storm drafted, but now that I see her name, I have to try to pronounce this. And Stevie Fire, help me out on this. Is it Awa Pham Thiam?
Now,
Cham?
I believe she mostly just goes by Pham.
Pham.
The Thiam is not really necessarily part of it. So okay. On the jersey,
Awa Pham.
She's from Spain?
Yeah, she's from Spain. And she's 6'4".
Yeah, she's supposed to be actually a generational prospect.
Yeah, her highlights looked crazy.
How is she from Spain? This must be
She's Spanish. I don't know.
She's not Spanish.
What makes you say that?
Her name and looking at her, she's not Spanish.
Well, she was probably just playing in the Spanish
There
league,
you go.
Right?
Yeah.
But she's the 7th player drafted in the top 3 from an international league.
Yes. A week ago, she was the favorite to be the number 1 overall pick.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, first of all, she's gorgeous.
Yes.
But she's 6'4", and her highlights, I don't like this for our Fire.
Yeah, why?
When our rival get this girl,
not happy at all.
I'm not happy about this at all.
She's from Senegal, by the way.
No.
She
looks Spanish to me.
That's like if Jason Sukanik got drafted and I rolled up there and then it was like Liberia, you might be like, well, something's up.
Well, anyway.
She is gorgeous.
Pham.
I'm a little disappointed. I was kind of hoping that she would
drop down to our Fire. That was my hope too.
Freaking Seattle.
Gonna have to regroup in the Fire.
Should have traded up.
What do they call it? The War Room. Fire War Room.
Yep.
Or are we not calling it that these days? Is that?
I always thought it was the War Room.
Okay.
Should be.
All right. You can continue on. I agree with everything that Suk said about Travis.
We'll go one more quick one here. Of course, Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
You heard of him?
Yeah, he won the Masters.
You know what he did over the weekend? He won. He won the Masters.
Again.
He's now tied 12th all-time with 6 major championships.
Yeah.
Also not
Masters.
from Spain.
And with the win, he ties Nick Faldo for major championships won by a European. Only Harry Vardon has won more, but he was before the Masters era. He was 1896 to 1914, so we don't count those.
Yeah, it didn't exist.
Did not exist.
I mean,
no countsies.
Along with all the other Rory accolades, he has won 45 worldwide victories. So, guys, buy or sell, we are watching the greatest European golfer of all time, Rory McIlroy.
Ooh. Rob, you want to start with that one?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. You said Faldo.
He's tied with Faldo.
Faldo was awesome, but I think Rory is more of a generational talent.
Because Faldo went back-to-back, too?
Well, Faldo was awesome.
Yep.
Make no mistake. I think what separates Rory, at least off the top of my head, I'd have to go back and look at Faldo's career, but Rory winning the 4 majors and then not winning a major, but still being awesome for 10 years, and then winning back-to-back Masters, that kind of puts it over the top for me. That's a long stretch run. Rory... Scotty Scheffler has come along, and then, of course, there was that guy by the name of Tiger Woods. But outside of that, Rory McIlroy is the best player out there. And Nick Faldo had a run where he was.
What about Seve?
But no. Well, how many did he win?
That's what I'm got to look up because growing up, dude, Sevi was
he was awesome.
phenomenal.
That's kind of the thing. Is it too early to say he's the best European already? Does he need to do more? Because based off stats, he's kind of already there, but...
I don't know what more he would need to do.
Right.
I mean,
he won 5, so...
Sevi got 5.
Yeah, Sevi
so
got
Rory
5.
Just
so
passed
he
him.
just passed him. Yeah, it's hard not to... Yeah,
He's got a lot of seconds, too. Like, you remember that second place to Cam Smith at the British Open a couple years ago
Yeah.
where Rory didn't make a putt the whole...
Yeah, well,
He almost won that one. Like, I don't know. I just think
I don't like recency bias, but yeah, now that you kind of look at it, between Faldo, him, and Sevi, it kind of feels like it's Rory.
And I don't know this because I'm not the biggest golf guy, but when I was doing research on it, they were talking about Ryder Cup success as well. Has Rory had a lot of success in the Ryder Cup?
He's been awesome.
Okay, so then I think that kind of adds to it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't...
It's everything. Then there was
Faldo didn't play in the Ryder Cup. Wait, where's Faldo from again?
Yeah, he's British, right?
Yeah, I think he is British. I think that's right. For some reason, I was thinking maybe he wasn't even European, but...
Nick Faldo?
He's European.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at Lauren Betts. Boy, tell you, this WNBA draft stealing the show, guys.
Look, I'll tell you right now. I was watching them kind of walk up. They have embraced the the catwalk, and the WNBA draft is bringing some heat.
There's a guy. It's
Bringing some
very
heat.
misogynistic, and it's kind of inappropriate, but it's pretty funny. He's a comedian, and he always does the smasher pass on WNBA players and wives and coaches. He's also done males as well.
Yeah.
And then he ranks them. He gives them all a point system, and he gave first team all smash, second team all smash.
I've seen that guy. He's pretty funny.
He was really excited about the WNBA draft tonight.
Yeah. Look, the WNBA used to catch a lot of flack. For that, it's dude, those girls have embraced it, and they make a lot of money. And they're huge fashion influencers. They're all over Instagram and TikTok, and you can't do that. Oh, you're sexist because they embrace the sexuality and put it out there, and it's impressive.
Just like the males do. The males do it as well.
Yeah.
Why can't I comment on how pretty Lauren Betts is?
Cameron Brink.
You can.
Cameron Brink was
yelling at me?
was doing live streaming from Coachella this weekend.
Are you raising your voice at me?
Good grief.
Who?
Brink.
Cameron Brink.
Oh,
Yeah.
Showing off her abs.
yeah. She's got an ad out there that's...
She's got a bunch of those.
Well, she made news. She was talking about posing nude at some point if she would ever do it. And
Nick Faldo, by the way, is indeed from
He's from England.
jolly old England.
And she said, her answer?
She said she would do it at some point, probably. Yeah.
it was more up in the air.
Yeah.
But
Someone asked her about Playboy, and she
Yeah.
basically was like, maybe.
if it's
Sure.
tasteful. Tasteful. I think.
Tasteful nudity.
Yeah.
Well, they
Like
always
all
do.
of us, tasteful nudity.
I don't want tasteless.
No. Well, tasteful. Tasteful.
Yeah, that would be...
I, too, would only do tasteful nudity.
I would only do tasteless.
Hot. There's your Stock Watch. It's brought to you by Goldberg Jones. When it comes to divorce, custody, or child support issues, trust Goldberg Jones to help. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Phone questions answered at no charge. In the news is next. We'll tell you about the Newsmaker of the Year. Here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, WNBA draft is underway. Number 1 pick in the draft, AZ Fudd from UConn. She is heading down to Dallas. We are at pick 5 here. Portland Fire have the 7th overall pick. We will keep you updated on who they take. Former Duck Jackson Shellstad, he announced he's going to be heading to Louisville this weekend for his final senior season. Trailblazers got the 8th seed on Sunday by beating the Kings. They'll be in the play-in tournament. They'll play Phoenix tomorrow down in Phoenix. Winner of that game is the 7th seed taking on the Spurs. Loser of that game will then host a home game on Friday against the winner of the Clippers and Warriors. Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton, he said in his exit interview today that he contracted shingles on his face, which caused a severe rash, intense itching, swelling that closed his eye, partial eyebrow loss, and ongoing nerve pain for 2 months. Medication then failed to resolve it fully and has now led to significant weight gain. The Bucks and coach Doc Rivers, they have agreed to part ways after a 32-50 season. And Lakers guard star Luka Doncic, he's returning to LA on Friday after spending the last week in Spain, where he received multiple injections for his grade 2 left hamstring strain. Lakers have not provided a timeline on Doncic's return, but they will take on the 5-seed Houston Rockets in the first round of the NBA playoffs. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
All right, the stupid tempo are on the clock. And then us. In the meantime, It is April 13, 2026. It is time now for In the News. I am your noted newsman. Hello, thank you. Thank you. It's brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com, but you already knew that. It is Scrabble Day.
Oh, who doesn't enjoy a fine game of Scrabble? My kids like it. Every now and then when all the kids are together, we get together and in a group and play a fun game.
It is also National Peach Cobbler Day.
Like a good cobbler. Peach may be the best of the cobblers.
Top cobbler, you're going peach?
It's hard. I mean,
I can't argue with that.
you give me a nice peach cobbler. Like apple pie, yes, but a cobbler? The peach cobbler, I feel like, is the gold standard of the cobblers.
Can we talk about how mid cherry is? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
I find cherry to be very mid.
I
Horrible flavor. Like, you could just get rid of it and nobody would care.
I want to say it's better than mid, but I have a hard time making the argument. But mid is not necessarily bad.
It might be less than mid because anything that's good cherry is like the fake candy cherry flavor. Like a candy, like a cherry runt back in the day, that was the best flavor. But if you eat a real cherry, it tastes nothing like it.
Is it bad that the only cherry I really eat is in my alcoholic beverages?
Right. See that, and that's the point.
But I do enjoy
bourbon-soaked cherry.
Yes, if you make me an old fashioned or a cocktail and it doesn't have a cherry, I get a little prickly about it. I'm like, what do we?
But you're not going to eat that regular cherry by itself. It's got to be soaked in something else.
Yeah.
It's less than mid.
But if at the same time, if you gave me a cherry pie or you gave me like a cherry turnover, I wouldn't be upset. It's not as good as the others, but I'm not upset when I get it. But I guess that's the definition of mid. And mid, it's okay.
It's one of your best takes, Rob.
There's nothing wrong with mid.
Great take.
But
cherry sucks.
But it is. It's mid.
What are other flavors that are, or of like cobbler flavors that are terrible?
That are terrible?
Yeah,
look, if
like
we're ranking cobblers, cherry's probably near the bottom.
Okay, so it's not mid. It's.
But just for the cobbler, like.
Well, that's a good way to test the cherry.
Yeah.
Is it not?
It's not the best. It's not the best.
I mean, if you're going to have... I'd offer this. If you're going to have cherry at all, the only way to have it is probably in a cobbler. And it still ranks as one of the worst cobblers.
Or one of your drinks. That's what I'm saying. Like, you will never go out and seek... Oh, like, I've been places where there's, like, cherries, like, at a picnic, and they're out to eat. I'm not taking a cherry.
Stupid.
See, I'll tell you right now, like, I would rather have the cherry over, like, the strawberry rhubarb cobbler. It's not an apple, and then you get into the blackberry, blueberry.
I'm good on both of those.
Maybe a nice huckleberry. Look, it's not great.
Find me a worse cobbler.
Strawberry. The strawberry rhubarb cobbler is a worse cobbler. It is.
No, it isn't.
It's too tart. It's the cherry cobbler's better than that. It is.
I couldn't disagree more. Wholeheartedly. I might quit. The Tempo took Kiki Rice from UCLA.
Ooh.
So
national champion Kiki Rice.
That's 3 Bruins that have already been picked.
Yeah, because Jaquez went at number 5.
So who's the LSU guard? Is it the Flow? Is it what's her?
Yeah, Johnson.
Is it Flowey?
I don't think that's right. I don't know. I'd have to.
We're being exposed, gentlemen.
Well, there's an LSU guard who's a big deal, and she's like a rapper, and she has a
she's a big deal.
She's a big deal.
You think the Fire should take her?
She was supposed to go before this, so the fact that she's still there, I think it's Flowey, maybe Flowey Johnson. This could be a big moment. She brings millions of Instagram followers our way.
Well, we're about to be on the clock. I have local river body news.
Oh, that's fun.
Multnomah County Sheriff's deputies recovered a body from the Willamette River.
Flage?
Boy, I had that completely wrong.
What'd you call her? Flounder?
Flounder.
Flage? Boy, I did not think that was it.
You know, it's a cool name, Flo.
Yeah, Floja.
Like, remember Flo from back in what was that show? She was at the diner.
She was the diner. What was the name of that show? I know what you're talking about.
And she would say, "Kiss my grits."
Flau J. Johnson. That's who I'm hoping. That's where I'm going. Shoving my chips in the middle.
Are you just talking about the show Flow from 1980?
Was that what it was called?
Was that the name of the show?
I don't know. There's a show called Flow. I googled Flow from the diner.
Yeah, the diner. It had the guy who always wore the little white hat.
Yeah. So that's what it was called. Okay. Yeah. I watched that show.
Either way, taking the 5'11" guard out of LSU. Come on.
So Multnomah County Sheriff's deputies recovered the body near Southwest NATO Parkway, downtown, Jace.
Now, is this the one that was been missing after the...
yeah, so
the car.
basically what they're saying is, hey, do not jump to conclusions.
No, I'm going to jump to the
Oh, there's the fire. Look at the fire war room
Yeah,
right
we got
there.
it right here.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, look at it.
Intense. God, I love my fire.
Don't outthink it. Take the LSU guard.
God, a lot of good brains in that room.
And then her and Dame can get together and rap. You kidding me? Sat there spitting bars.
What are they saying? Oh, yeah, so they're saying don't draw conclusions, but draw conclusions that it's the last body they were looking for from the car. That,
Yeah, I am drawing conclusions.
That went
if
into
we
the-
found a body, you were looking for a body. How many random bodies are just floating? Well, don't answer that. I would assume that if you're looking for a body that's been missing for a couple days and you find one, it's the last missing young fella that went.
But you know how they are. They have to follow all their procedures, protocols.
Nah, I'm not. I'm
Got to
jumping.
inform the family.
I'm jumping right to the conclusion and saying it was you. Still can't believe that they managed to drive through that park and jump that barrier and end up in the river. And there's one of them. I hope he's got an explanation for what the hell that was all about.
All right, coming up next, we're going to hear about the Newsmaker of the Year and why he is Newsmaker of the Year. This is In the News on The Fan. On The Fan.
This is
All right, story time. This is in the news. I have a story for you.
Okay.
By the way, our fire,
Not happy about this.
they just took Ayana Martin. She is from Spain, and we know nothing about her.
And she wasn't at the draft. We pulled a Young Hansen. Damn it.
She wasn't even there. So
Steve-
then your girl,
Flau J. Johnson.
Flau J. Johnson, goes right after
Yeah.
the fire to the Valkyries.
Look at her bringing some serious heat on stage, too. Meanwhile, we drafted a Spanish lady who's actually from Spain, and she's not even there. What are we doing? This thing's off to a rocky start.
At least draft a Spanish person that's not from Spain.
Well, we went to Stevie Fire in there, and he's like, dude, I've been reading about the draft. I've never heard of this person. Nothing.
Yeah.
Completely out of left field.
I'm told she's gritty, and this will surprise you. But she may win MVP in her first year.
Couldn't pick the national champion over here.
Oh, God, look at what's her name?
It's Kim Mulkey.
Yeah, Kim Mulkey. Oh, God. Oh.
Think about those collabs with Dame Dollar now just going out the window. She would have owned this city. Unbelievable.
Undersized guards, baby.
That's what we're all about.
We stockpile them here. All right, so now this is a story about the Newsmaker of the Year. He's a TriMet bus driver named Mike Peralt. Okay?
He's the newsmaker of the year?
Yeah. He was given the award by the Oregonian. He is the 2025 Royal Rosarian Newsmaker of the Year. It's an annual ceremony that invites local media outlets to recognize individuals who have performed exceptional acts of heroism or benevolent service for the community. Excuse me. His deal was a 12-minute armed hijacking of his bus.
Really?
Yeah, this happened January 29th last year. He drove 6 passengers from St. John's across the steel bridge during the lunch hour, spotting a man with a shiny object near Gleason and 3rd.
Did we talk about this?
I don't remember it.
I don't remember it either.
A dispatcher warned of gunfire and told him to tie the bus up, meaning to immobilize the vehicle by engaging the air brake. The man, Hosea Chambers, walked up and knocked on the front door glass with his gun. Unable to escape, Peralt opened both doors and the man got on while the passengers ran out the back in panic. Chambers ordered Peralt to keep going. As Peralt slowly drove through the streets of Old Town, Chambers grew more erratic. He later told police he had been using fentanyl. At one point in the hijacking, Chambers pressed the gun to Peralt's head and counted 3, 2, 1. Dude.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Anticipating death, Peralt spoke to the cameras. All he said was, "I told my kids I love them. I wanted them to have a recording of that."
Wow. I do not remember this story at all, and I
Me
feel
neither.
like I would.
Chambers said he had a daughter too, then ordered Peralt to go back the wrong way on Northwest 3rd. With police sirens stacking up behind them, Chambers suddenly told Peralt to stop the bus and leave. Before doing so, Peralt asked for the gun. "I told him that while he was on my bus, he'd be safe. He could give me the gun or he could put it down, but while he was on the bus, I wouldn't let anything happen to him." Chambers handed the weapon over and Peralt dropped it out of the window. He told me, "I'm sorry about this. I love you." I told him, "I love you too." Peralt then gave the accused hijacker a hug, dashed from the transit vehicle, and got home safe to his wife and kids in Oregon City.
Wow. I apologize. We had to have talked about this, and I just don't remember it because that honestly seems like it's a made-up story. It's so good.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
My
maybe
God.
Maybe it slipped by your noted newsman.
I don't know. That just seems like it's something right up our alleys.
After a long standoff and deployment of tear gas, Chambers was finally removed from the bus and arrested. In an acceptance speech to the crowd, Peralt thanked fellow TriMet operator Drew Crosby, who was in the audience. Crosby, who was driving a bus just ahead of Peralt, first reported the armed suspect.
Might I also add that this Mike Peralt guy, phenomenal head of hair and red beard.
Yeah.
Also in the photograph, whoever is handing him the award is wearing a cape. So
Well, we talked about this last week.
we're bringing back capes.
Yeah, that's from the parade.
Yeah.
It's a Royal Rosarian thing.
Yeah, and the dude's just rocking a cape. So not only did he get an award, he got an award from a guy in a rose cape. Kudos to him. It's an amazing story.
Yeah, it is an amazing story. I wonder what he gets, though, like, other than a plaque. You know?
You got a medal.
Yeah, but I mean, does he get anything tangible?
I don't think so.
Get a little pay raise or anything? Or?
Maybe you get like
still out there?
Like a free ice cream sundae or something.
Signing a few autographs on the bus?
I'll tell you what. No, I don't ride the bus. But if I did and I saw old Peralt here, dude, I'd give that guy a hug. I'd be like, hey, man, can I give you a hug? That's scary type stuff. You got a fentanyl dude who's like, yeah, I'm going to put the gun to your head and count. And you didn't try to fight back or anything. You just were like, all right, I'm going to stay calm and tell my kids I love you. Yikes. It's Keanu Reeves type stuff.
Yep.
An amazing story.
And that is in the news for April 13, 2026. Brought to you by the Advocates. Injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. We have headlines coming up, and the NBA playoffs are set. On the Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Trailblazers got the 8th seed last night after beating the Sacramento Kings, and now they will be on the road taking on Phoenix tomorrow. Winner of that game is the 7th seed in the playoffs that will take on the San Antonio Spurs, while the loser of that game will host a game on Friday against the winner of the Clippers and the Warriors. Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton, he disclosed in his exit interview today that he contracted shingles on his face, which caused a severe rash, intense itching, swelling that closed his eye, partial eyebrow loss, and ongoing nerve pain for 2 months. Medication for that condition failed to fully resolve it, and now it has led to significant weight gain. The Bucks and coach Doc Rivers, they have mutually agreed to part ways after the team went 32-50 this season. Luka Doncic, he is returning to LA on Friday after spending the last week in Spain when he received multiple injections for his grade 2 left hamstring strain. Lakers have not provided a timetable for Doncic's return. Lakers do take on the 5-seed Rockets in the first round of the NBA draft, or NBA playoffs. WNBA draft is tonight. AZ Fudd, she was the number 1 overall pick to Dallas. Your Portland Fire, they picked with the number 7 picked Iana Martin from Spain. And former Duck Jackson Shellstad, he announced he's going to be heading to Louisville for his senior season. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the Georgia Coy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work. Insurance companies act like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call Georgia Coy at WarrenAllen.com.
Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Monday. We are your sportsmen. My name, Isaac. Big Sook's right over there.
Oh, dude.
We've got Stevie Fire, not to be confused with Stevie Brackets.
No, we moved
on the controls. You know, well, we'll get to it in a moment. But I was talking about the fire and the draft and the whole thing. We've got headlines, a lot going on today, so we'll get to all of it. But I wanted to do a quick follow-up and tell you that because we were struggling to think of the name that Flo was on.
Yeah, she was the waitress.
The Kiss My Grits.
Yeah. Remember Al? It was Al's Diner?
Mel's
Diner. Yeah, he always had that little white stocking beanie cap on.
And he would always make fun of remember there was so the show's name was Alice. That was the name of the show. Because Flo wasn't even the main character. She was just kind of the goofy sidekick server. So the 3 servers were Alice, Flo, and Vera. And if you remember, Vera was kind of naive and goofy.
Yeah.
And Mel would always make fun of her and call her like a dingbat and stuff.
You're not allowed to do that anymore.
Exactly. Very problematic. Yeah. Mel.
Freaking A.
So then Flo she was so popular with the whole Kiss My Grits thing and the way she'd chew her gum and everything.
Little southern sass.
She got a spinoff show called Flo.
Okay.
So I'm glad we covered that.
We finally have figured that out.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of 80s sitcoms.
And we were getting like 1,000 different people that were chiming in, and it was all conflicting.
Yeah, somebody thought it was One Day at a Time. No. That's a totally different show.
I just remember the old guy with the weird hat.
That was Mel.
Mel. His dirty white V-neck.
Yeah, and he was always behind the counter.
Yes.
Or I mean in the kitchen, like behind making fun of Vera.
Yelling at someone.
All right, well, I'm glad we covered it.
Important things. We got them out of the way.
Well, the Mariners won today, 6-2, so that's good.
They finally hit, which was nice.
Yeah, so at least somebody hits,
Yeah. Major League Baseball right now it's
Your Mets can't hit.
Oh, we got swept by the freaking A's. Now we're playing the Dodgers, so it's going to get even worse.
My Royals can't hit.
No.
Do you want a fun stat?
What do you got?
So the Mariners, by the way, with that win, they are now 8-9.
Yeah.
So they're creeping back to 500. By the way, the Astros
Naylor hit his first home run, I think, of the year today.
He hit 2 today.
He hit 2.
But the Astros started out kind of hot, and it was like, oh boy, we forgot about them. They're 6-11.
Yeah.
And
Whoops.
free falling.
Last place.
Losers. So now the stat that's been going around is Bobby Witt of My Royals has reached base 30 times this season, and he has been left stranded 29 of the 30. So he has scored 3% of the time.
You're saying not great.
When in baseball do you start worrying about your team? Like how many games
it's
in?
so early. I'm not.
I think we've talked about this before. As a matter of fact, we've had baseball people on that tell us, a couple months in.
Yeah.
You get a couple months in, you kind of know who you are.
Like a fourth of the season.
Yeah, like in the NFL, everything breaks it down into four quarters. So, 162 games, divide that
40,
into fours, and that's what you get. But I remember like the Mariners got swept before they were playing the Astros, they were playing the Rangers, and they got swept by the Rangers. Their ERA in that series was 1.83, and they got swept. They lost 2-1, 3-2, and 3-0. Their starting pitching had a sub-2 ERA, and they got swept. But they can hit a little bit against Houston, so hopefully they're not going to hit like that forever. People will come out of this.
We'll see. Luka is back from Spain, and actually, he's going to be on Friday. So his status for the Lakers uncertain. They don't know. They don't know if he's going to play or not. But
look, if you're Luka, I don't know. You've got a dicey hamstring. You're not going anywhere. I mean, you got Reeves is hurt. You're banged up. LeBron's 1,000 years old. The team's probably. LeBron's going to move on. That's one of those. I mean, you can say you tear your hamstring and you got an entire year to get better, but for someone that's had some off-season conditioning problems, is that really, if you're Luka and your agent, is that the one where you go all in and potentially rip that thing off the bone? I'm not certain that that's worth it. It's one thing if you're Oklahoma City, if you're San Antonio, if you're Boston. Does anyone really believe that LA is an actual threat in the West when healthy? And they're not healthy.
They're not, but at the same time, I don't think players think that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Luka's not going to be like, oh, yeah, well, we're not very good. So
well, I will say playoff Luka is an FU guy. Like, playoff Luka is ridiculous. He'll drop a 40-piece on you.
So he may get out there. Who knows? Dickie V has cancer again.
Yeah.
He has announced melanoma. So,
did he say melanoma?
Yeah.
Because I saw that he had spots from a PET scan on his liver and lungs. And he's saying that's melanoma?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like he's been battling cancer forever. So that's a rough go of it. We wish the best for Dickie V.
Who I think is, it doesn't say his age.
He's in his 80s. We've talked about this. Like if he
86.
Yeah. And if Dickie V goes on air, would that not be a beautiful death for him? Duke does something and he freaks out and then just keels over and you're like, well, died doing it.
It makes me sad.
Would they keep playing in honor of Dickie V?
Ooh, that's a little rough. I don't know. I don't know what you do when an announcer goes down. And when a player goes down, you stop the game. I don't know what you do with an announcer. I think Dickie V would want the game to go on.
They would stop it, though.
They would certainly stop it.
Yeah.
But he will be one of those guys that will have to be wheeled out. Dick Vitale, as long as is the Lee Corso thing. He will keep doing this until someone absolutely says you can't do it anymore. And that's his whole life.
We have 4-star quarterback Camden Lapati is the number 2 ranked quarterback in the 2027 recruiting cycle based off ESPN's rankings. Mm-hmm. He has decommitted from Illinois, Jace.
Oh.
He will not be going there.
Do we know?
He's from Salt Lake.
Is there like a rumor of him, or is this just?
I don't know.
Okay.
He completed unofficial visits to Michigan, Notre Dame, Duke, and Cal through March and early April, and canceled a scheduled trip to Illinois before pulling his pledge.
Just remember, when you commit, that nothing is binding you there, nothing at all.
They're also saying Georgia has entered the chat.
AKA Georgia's giving him a bunch of money. Although Illinois got a little something going in the Big Ten. Bielema has done a nice job there.
So Tyrese Halliburton is all fat and has shingles.
Well, he's getting fat shamed, and it's not his fault. He claimed he doesn't claim. He had shingles, and he says that it's on his face, and he was taking a bunch of medication, and that was what was causing the swelling and all the weight gain. So people were making fun of him for being fat, and he was like, "Well, my God, it's like
I have shingles.
It's the medication."
Have you heard of the nickname people are giving him though?
No,
it's Tyrese Halliburger.
Oh, for God's sakes!
All right,
that's rough.
It is rough.
Well, you had shingles.
Yeah, I've had shingles.
My daughter caught it. Like shingles is no joke, dude. That thing will kick your ass.
It is definitely no joke.
Yeah, and some of the medication can cause you to swell up and gain a bunch of weight. But I love how that we're just making Halliburger. That's what they were calling him.
Well, no one really knew.
No, but he was kind of. I guess he's leaning into it a little bit. At least he's got a good sense of humor.
He does have a good sense of humor. You know, he's on that show, Basketball Stars or whatever it's called. It's on Netflix. There's an NBA reality show. It's kind of dumb, but James Harden's on it.
Yeah, and
Halliburton is part of it. And Halliburton is a pretty good personality.
So does that explain why Harden's always fat? Does he just have like a permanent case of shingles? Is he on some medication, or does he just like strip clubs and wings? And Harden isn't that fat. He gets that label of maybe not being in the best shape in the world. Carmelo
And
Anthony
then,
had that for a while, You're in shape, but you're not necessarily in NBA shape.
It just depends on where he wants to play. If he doesn't want to play for you, he'll get extra fat.
Yeah.
Here are the draft picks so far in the WNBA draft. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's really only one that matters, but we'll get to that in a second. The Dallas Wings took AZ Fudd
Yes.
from UConn. Great pick.
And girlfriend of Paige Beckers.
Yeah, they're on the same team, right? Isn't that what you said?
Well, they were, yeah.
Yeah, they are. They were on UConn together. Now they are on Dallas together.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what you were talking about in the first segment.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think that's good for Dallas.
I think it's weird. Like, what if they break? I just always thought that straight. Like, if Shaden Sharp and Donovan Clingan are together, and then all of a sudden they break up, and that happens with young people, now we got some weird conflict going on.
They always say you don't want to mix business with pleasure.
No. Plus, do you want to be on the team with your significant other? You got to see them all the time?
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Olivia Miles goes number 2 to Minnesota. She's the gal from TCU who's awesome.
She's got the goggles and the afro. I love that gal.
Now, the Storm took Awa Fam. I don't know. She's a center from Spain, but she's not really from Spain.
Yeah. She's
And-
Senegal and is stunning, by the way.
Yeah, 6'4". Her highlights are crazy. She goes to the hated Seattle Storm. Lauren Betts from UCLA goes to the Mystics. Gabriela Jaquez from UCLA goes to the Sky.
And she's the sister, right, of
Yes, of Jaime Jaquez.
Jaime Jaquez.
And then Kiki Rice of UCLA goes 6 to the Tempo.
I like that basically the entire UCLA team got drafted because their 4-starter got drafted at number 9. So 4 of the 5 national championship UCLA Bruins went in the top 10.
And then our Fire took, just a steal of a draft pick. They took Ayana Martin out of Spain.
And no one's heard of her. She wasn't at the draft, but I guess she
Speak
was
for yourself, sir.
She was the EuroLeague Young Player of the Year. I'm assuming that's like a Rookie of the Year for the EuroLeague.
Left-handed point guard is what I read. So
10
she's a
points,
lefty,
4
dude.
rebounds.
A lefty. How rare is that?
Does that matter?
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
I think
Well.
that's great. And then some other people after the Fire, whatever. Who cares? They got her, guys. They got
the
her.
draft stopped after the Fire. They just
They
called
got
it
her.
off.
Ayana Martin.
Even though everyone immediately went, who?
Not me. I've been talking to my Fire insiders about her.
Yeah, I went to my Fire Insider, which was Stevie Fire over there, and he was like, I have no idea who this is.
Well, you need a better insider then.
I need to be better. That's on me.
She was like you said, she was the EuroLeague Young Player of the Year. She was also the most valuable player of the 2023 FIBA Under-19 World Cup.
So what you're saying is we got to steal. The Fire are ascending. At this
She's
point,
been a pro since 2022, I read. So
rolling at this point.
Yeah.
Steal the draft.
So she still cannot drink. She will not.
win total for the top Fire, 11.5, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
What? Yes. I just
Hammer the over.
I looked at it on DraftKings.
Wait, how many games did they play?
Careful with that.
Last year they played 40. I don't know if they added more because there's more teams. They might be like at 44 or 42. But 11 wins.
Well, I, for one, am optimistic about my Fire, our Fire. It's going to be a fun season. Can't wait for it to get started whenever it does.
Starts really quick. 44
like-
this year.
44 games.
44
Their
games.
over-under's 11.5. They don't even know who else they're going to draft.
12 and 32. That's
Go
all
ahead,
we need.
Pound that. That feels
Pounding the
feels like a show bet. Feels like a show bet.
It's very Kent Statey.
Yeah.
I feel like.
12 win. We can get 12 wins, right?
Let's go.
Let's
Come on,
do it.
man.
Let's do it. We got this Spaniard leading us. We got this.
I have been reading online though that
Spaniards
there
are
is a
fiery.
question if she's even gonna come over.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Well,
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I don't know anything about it. I've read a couple of tweets about it.
Hey, sometimes you got to season the paella.
we're getting Sabas?
Yes, she's the next Sabas.
She's gonna
Not
hang out
coming
in
over.
Spain. She's not coming. Oh, come on.
Tell you what, Sabas was awesome. You told me she's the next Sabas. I'm in. I loved that
She's
guy.
gonna come over on one leg with that big weird rubber knee brace, not be able to move,
Complain about the refs all the time.
Get a towel thrown at you.
smoke a lot of heaters and drink.
All right. There's some things going on in sport. The NBA playoffs are set. We shall discuss next on The Fan. All right, playoffs are set. Or are they? We don't know who the 7 or 8 seeds are. Could be yours, might not be.
Yeah. Tomorrow you get a little clarity on it. Yours head down to the land of the sun. The winner of that is the 7 seed.
7 o'clock tip, guys. It's the late one. Hornets Heat, that's pretty good. The
yeah, I would
first
think
one
so.
tomorrow.
I've heard some people that are, I haven't watched a lot of it, but the Hornets are kind of one of those teams that people are saying could be a fun little sneaky team in the postseason.
Yeah, they're about to get spolstered, though.
Probably.
And the Blazers play the Suns, so if they win, they would be the 7 and play the Spurs.
Yes. And then if they lose that game, then they will get the winner of Golden State and LA. And that will be in Portland.
Yeah.
And that will be the winner of that gets the 8 seed and the loser goes home.
So what you're saying is tank this game, get a home game, and win.
Well, I mean,
and then get into the tournament.
Does it matter if you get San Antonio or does it matter if you get Oklahoma City? Look, you're going to get a home playoff game. You lose your draft pick if you make the postseason. I certainly have heard people that are kind of hoping that they bow out at this point. They get some playing experience, but that they bow out because they want the draft pick. I don't think that's the way that the team is talking about this. I think Tiago Splitter is coaching for his life. There was an article today, Blazers Edge, had about some of the veteran players, Rob and Drew and those guys talking to the young guys about what it takes to play in the playoffs and the intensity level. And I certainly think there's some value in that. So I think either way this goes, I think you can view this as a success. With everything that you've had gone on, from your coach getting arrested to Scoot missing 60 games to the injuries with Sharp, Denny and his back problem, I think finishing above 500, being in the play-in, or being in the play-in and not getting into the postseason and keeping your draft pick, look, this season wasn't like a huge step forward, but everything you went through, and now you have the new ownership, and certainly in the offseason changes are going to be made. I can see where, however this ends up, you can see this as at least a step in the right direction.
So if they play the Spurs, let's say they get the 7, and they play the Spurs. What would be a successful?
I think getting a game.
Just one game?
Yeah. I mean, look, I
would say that's successful.
So you lose in 5. You're happy with that?
I don't know if you're happy with it, but
it's a success.
I think it's realistic. Look, San Antonio and Oklahoma City are probably the 2 best teams in the NBA. And you're not. I mean, if you look at Portland, the 42 wins is amazing, like I said, considering you I think the over-under on this was like 35-ish, 34. The alternative line was 38, which bingo. But you beat the over-under win total. Again, that's with the coach and the injuries. I think you got a step forward from Klingon, certainly a step forward from Denny. I think Tumani kind of established himself. Now, Sharp and Scoot, I don't know what you make of that. It's injury problems and it's incomplete. But I do think there's a step forward. But when you look at that run that they went on at the end, there was a lot of bad teams and guys not playing. So I think that record maybe be a little bit overinflated. When they have played good teams, they are not good. And Oklahoma City and San Antonio are going to beat the brakes off of them. And I don't think that's necessarily you're just not there. That's not like, I mean, I guess it is an indictment, but you're just not good enough to play with that. So if you kept those games competitive, remember when they got swept by Golden State? They were in every one of those games, but Golden State was just better. If they got a game and were in most of those, I think you could view that as another small step forward.
The Blazers have the best defensive rating in the NBA the last 15 games. So you kind of want to see, okay, now you're going up against the Thunder or the Spurs. How real was it? Because as you said, they play a lot of bad teams. And I do think if you get one game, you're probably happy about it. You're probably not even going to get one game. I think there's 3, and I'll put maybe 4 teams in the NBA that can win a championship. The Spurs and the Thunder are 2 of those teams. Yeah. So you just don't belong on the court with them, but at the same time, you want to see, okay, how realistic was it at the end of the season? Was it just bad teams, or did this team kind of figure it out and they kind of turned the corner a little bit?
Yeah, I want to see Scoot in the postseason get some real run. Like, I'm not worried about, Drew or whatever.
I even want to see Denny. Like, I want to see Denny as the best player on a playoff team. How does he react in this situation?
Klingon, like whether that's Oklahoma City or whether that's San Antonio, there's bigs on both of those that are really good. Look, Klingon to me has been the biggest bright spot on this entire season. If you want to say who made the biggest jump, I think it's the guy in the middle. And that's a guy that in UConn was the best player on the floor in the national championship. Yeah, I do. I want to see him mix it up against arguably the 2 best teams in the NBA. I do. I want to see that.
It's actually pretty neat.
I would like to see Tom Dundon start racking up fines for yelling at the refs in the playoffs. I think that would be cool.
Get after a little bit.
Well, he looks like he could get a little red-faced.
I think so.
And, kind of point yell at the refs. Maybe get teed up once or twice. It'd be kind of fun.
Well, being at the Clippers game, that was the first time in 5 years that it felt like the Moda Center was back. I'm not going to say playoff environment because there's times when that thing is cooking in the playoffs, it's as good as any arena in the country. And it wasn't there, but there was a vibe on Friday night against the Clippers that was different. It just was. And so the fact that you could get one of those in this play-in, if you lose against Phoenix, you're going to get a home game. And even if not, you're going to get at least 2 games in Moda, win or lose, getting that back, getting the players some of that experience and feeling that energy in the building and knowing that you've got an owner that is not going to tear down. That's the one thing to me, regardless of whether you make it or not, whether you get the draft pick or you go into the postseason, the idea that this team is rebuilding or retooling is over. Tom Dundon, that S is gone. This is moving forward.
Turn the page on that.
For the last 5 years, I heard a bunch of BS from Joe Cronin and everyone else. Oh, we're gonna go so much in, it's gonna hurt, and all this crap about like moving forward, and it's a bunch of BS.
Guys, move on.
I think the one guy in there right now ain't kidding around. Like the kidding around is over, and it is a big push forward. So I don't know. I think
it's really
combined with some of the energy that could be in that building. I'm
So wait,
I'm about it.
They got to beat the Suns, though, guys.
Yeah.
Let's not put the cart before the horse.
We're already putting them in.
I think they're going to get in.
I do too. I think it's to my point. I can't see this team. Their defense has been better. Number one, since the last 15 games, I can't imagine they're going to lose 2 in a row.
Yeah.
In this situation.
Against, honestly, the Clippers and the Warriors, I don't think want to be here.
I thought the Clippers were going to get them in that game 81, and the Blazers kind of stomped them.
Yeah.
And that was back-to-back games. The last 2 weeks they played the Clippers, and they outmanned the Clippers both times. Like, I can't see the Clippers coming in and winning that game.
No, it's kind of just a lame effort on both of those.
Like, they whooped them.
Outside of Kawhi Leonard, they just didn't look like there was much there. And so Golden State has already said that there's a minutes restriction on some of their guys. They're in a win or go home, and they're talking about a minutes restriction. They don't want to be in this. And then you get into Phoenix, and Phoenix is muddling along. They got like half of their guys. They're, who's in, who's out with the injury report. I don't think Phoenix gives 2 S's either. They're in one of those weird situations where nothing was expected, and they're 5-5 in their last 10. I think Portland, for better or worse, I think Portland is jazzed to be here and feels like this is Tom Dundon and everything. It's full speed ahead, and people are playing for their jobs. And I think Portland gets in.
I think the best case scenario for Portland fans is, as we said, if they win one game in the first round, that's a success. If they go and they win game 3 and it's 2-1 and you have a home game in game 4, those fans are going to be absolutely insane. They're going to lose that game. They're going to go down 3-1 more than likely. But that's your best case scenario is you lose the first 2, you get that home game in game 3, you get a win. The town would start buzzing a little bit, as you said, Suk. You would feel that buzz back in Moda Center for that game 4 when you're down 2-1 to the Spurs or the Thunder. Like I said, gonna lose that game more than likely, but there would be a real buzz. Like, man, we're kind of here to play in the playoffs again.
I want to see it. I want to see what it looks like. How far away are you? Just how competitive can you make that? I want to see it, and I want to see those guys respond to high pressure basketball. And that's Scoot, that's Shaden, that's Klingon. All those guys. Like you said, Denny's never played any meaningful game. He's with the Wizards, for God's sakes. And now that he's been here, he came out against the Clippers, and it was old Denny of head down, and I'm just going to get to the line. Whatever you think of that style of play, Denny had the FU, we're getting to the rim. Do it.
I was shocked. He was the best player on the court.
Yes. Do it against the 2 of the best defensive teams in the NBA. Go prove something. Go get a taste. I'm all for it. And if you don't, you still get the draft pick, and I think a lot of people would be happy with that. But I don't know. I just kind of in that. I think with the Dundon and the just it feels like we're hitting the gas, not hitting the brake. And so at this point, F it. Screw the draft picks. You're gonna make a big swing in the offseason anyways. I don't think you're drafting a guy long term. That guy, if that draft pick is there, I feel like that's gonna get moved. So just make the playoffs and see what happens. Roll the dice. Go down swinging.
All right, coming up next, let's look at the rest of the bracket in the NBA playoffs. But first, Stephen with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a SportsCenter update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, as we were just talking about right there, Portland Trailblazers are the 8th seed in the Western Conference after beating the Kings on Sunday. We now look forward to the play-in tournament where they play Phoenix tomorrow. Winner of that game will be the 7th seed in the playoffs, taking on the San Antonio Spurs, while the loser then will get a home game on Friday against the winner of the Clippers and Warriors to take on the Thunder. Pacers point guard Tyrese Halliburton, he said today in his exit interview, that he contracted shingles on his face, which caused a severe rash, intense itching, swelling that closed his eye, partial eyebrow loss, and ongoing nerve pain for 2 months. Medications for the shingles failed to fully resolve it, and then it did lead to a significant weight gain. Milwaukee Bucks and coach Doc Rivers, they have agreed to part ways after a 32-50 season in Milwaukee. Luka Doncic is going to return to LA on Friday of this week after spending the last week in Spain, where he received multiple injections for his grade 2 left hamstring strain. Lakers have not provided a timetable on Doncic's return. Lakers take on the Rockets in the first round of the playoffs. WNBA draft is tonight. Azzi Fudd, she was the number 1 overall pick. She was from UConn. She is now with Dallas. Your Portland Fire, with the 7th pick, drafted Iana Martin from Spain. Former Duck Jackson Shelstad, he announced over the weekend he will be heading to Louisville for his senior season. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, well, I am going with one of our texters' theories on what's going on with Darfire. Okay?
It's not a bad one, by the way.
Yeah. I think this is right.
Tank.
Yeah, they drafted Ayana Martin.
Yeah.
number 7, and they just drafted somebody else from overseas that no one's heard of.
And it sounds like the Martine gal, who was the Euro Young Player of the Year, Stevie Fire was saying that there's some talk that she might not come over this year.
That's the rumor.
So
yeah,
it is-
there's some talk on the internet.
It's already very blazery.
Yeah.
But this person is suggesting that the draft picks have tank for the 2027 draft written all over them.
We drafted a
And that makes sense, right?
yeah.
Because you know you're not going to be that good.
Well, no.
So let's just go ahead and tank beginning tonight.
The over-under is, you say, at 11.5 wins?
11 and a half.
The best is, so that there's a watch party right now over at Moda, and there's a decent amount of fans. It's not like packed or anything, but there's a decent amount of people in there. So there's video that the Fire posted, and God bless them. Like, everyone's all excited, and then they announced the Spanish gal when, like, Flajay Johnson and the other gal from South Carolina, like kind of big known like college players, and they draft that Spanish gal, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
Did you guys see the second girl?
Frida Berner?
Her name's Frida.
Buhner. Jay Buhner. Oh.
Her name is Frida, and she's from Germany.
Yes.
You want to talk about not to be messed with? She is going to roll some fools in the WNBA.
She did play in the Summer Olympics for Germany. So,
I mean, would you mess, like, let's say your friend has a grandma named Frida and she's German.
Yeah.
You messing with her?
nah, probably not.
Okay. I give you Frida's granddaughter. She's now a Portland Fire.
Look, I'm just saying, if you're a Portland Fire fan, and
Which
it's-
we all are.
which
on
we
this
all
show.
are,
On this show.
and college women's basketball has become bigger than ever, and a lot of these gals are known commodities. I don't think anyone was real fired up about a
So-
Spanish gal and a German that no one knows who the hell they are.
The question is who is the number 1 pick in the 2027 draft? That's the question.
Oh, well, Juju.
Boom. She's
Boom.
coming to
tank,
Portland.
Tank.
She's
tank,
coming to Portland.
Tank.
Look,
Book it.
the
Juju.
Fire are in that war room
Yeah,
playing chess while everyone else is playing chess.
that's right. Just put it right here. Juju coming to Portland next year. Tank it. Tankathon. By the way, all of a sudden that over under 11.5, I might be taking
Going under,
I might
huh?
be taking the under.
Do the Fire front office actually have a brain? They might.
They have a big brain.
That's unlike Portland sports.
Steven.
That is un-Portland
That is.
like.
By the way, this can't be right. So,
Uh-oh.
well, I looked up old Frida here. Brunner, whatever this gal is that we just drafted.
Try that again.
Frida Brunner.
She's not Irish.
That's my angry
Brunner.
German. Frida Brunner. So it says that she went to Florida.
Yeah,
She played 4 games.
that's right.
She averaged 1 point.
Well, she wasn't.
She averaged 1 point and 1 rebound.
So she's like the 7'8" guy.
Well,
She wasn't into it. You know how different Germany is than Florida?
Dude, I looked up the 2027 mock draft WNBA. So Juju 1. Number 2, Zhang Ziyu, 7'4".
yes.
You're kidding.
Ah,
I'm not.
Dude, I'm all about this.
Tank.
Oh, I've seen her.
I need the Fire to tank for next year to get a top 2 pick.
Really?
I need one of those two.
What pick was was Brunner? Das ist gut. Brunner.
Second round.
Oh, she was second
Yeah, it
round?
had to be like 17, 18, something.
Yeah,
Like
17th.
Shouldn't you score more than 1 point to be a pick?
Again, you try moving from Germany to Florida and averaging more than 1 point a game.
Yeah.
That's got to be culture shock.
Still 37% from the floor. That's
The food alone.
one of those where I'm like, what? Okay. Well, look, clearly the take is on. Question is, do you want Juju or do you want the 7'4" gal?
Boy,
Kind of
now that-
excited about 7'4".
I kind of want 7'4".
I think we
What's
gotta,
her name?
We need to get 2 picks.
Zhang Ziyu. Zhang, Zhang,
Can-
Ziyu, Ziyu.
Yeah, have you not seen highlights of her? It is something. Can we trade every player that we have now for those 2 picks?
She is ginormous.
Yeah, and look at the team she's playing against.
They look like me playing my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited about this. Let's go.
but give me Juju.
I'd take Juju also, but man.
Addie Crooks will be in that draft too.
Tank, dude. Why do we even put out a team?
Well, apparently that's what we're doing.
Well, can Portland handle 2 big, stiff Chinese tall
They can-
people?
She's taller than Yang Hansen.
Yeah, she's taller than he is.
Dude. If he's the big tariff, Is she the
Bigger tariff?
Is she the bigger tariff? Is she the blockade? Good Lord.
What an enforcer.
She is.
You're not scoring again. We are going to have the best defense of all time.
This is comical watching
Like, you
those
can't
highlights.
score. If you get in the paint, you're not scoring.
No.
She's basically Wemby.
I don't think she moves quite as well, but,
Oh. Well,
Can she dunk?
I don't think she can jump.
She could dunk at 7'4". She better be able to dunk.
I'm watching here.
Boy, I'm watching it.
Know.
I don't know. I don't know.
The vert's not the best vert.
I don't think we're elevation is not the key to this.
We don't need that.
Extension, not elevation.
No.
Boy, it's starting to come together, boys.
Yeah, I think we can all admit that at this point this season is whatever. We've moved on.
That draft.
See, and then you tank again and you get Jazzy Davidson here. I mean, come on.
That's 3. Yeah.
What are we doing?
I'm already putting the draft for next year into my iCal.
Put it in.
I'm going to Sportsbro.
I'm telling you,
should we
though.
do it live from the draft?
Look
Show.
up the fan reaction when they drafted the Spanish.
It's good.
Because they're trying to put out the hype video, but it's
When they drafted the Spaniard or the German?
the Spaniard, because that was the one where it's a live reaction from the crowd, and they're waiting everybody, and like maybe a quarter of them are clapping. Everyone else is just blankly staring, like what's happening? The look of shock, and then one person starts clapping, and the rest are like, oh, all right, like let's go. It's like a kid's play that was really bad, but you kind of have to clap anyways.
Did you see that the already getting disrespected by the league and ESPN? Did you see that ESPN, so they put up a graphic of the Fire roster?
Yeah.
And the Fire logo, and behind it was a Lakers logo?
Oh, really?
Yes.
What are we doing?
They're trolling us. It's just, I think it's going to be more,
Disrespect.
it's more fuel to the fire
for next year.
to Helga.
Freda.
She is going, God, I cannot wait to watch her enforce.
Just throwing some German elbows. Just each one of those bows is going to have some sauerkraut on it.
That's right.
Bringing her Florida Gator 1.5 points per game. I can't get over Zhang Ji here.
She's awesome. I love her. She's my favorite.
Either way, let's go.
Okay.
Juju might be a little more marketable, but although the panda people, they love themselves some Young Hansen. They got a little influence on this.
Coming up next, we get back to the NBA playoffs. Let's look at the bracket on the Fan. All right, coming up in the club, Airbnb sex dungeons and another one.
Think about renting out your house, are you?
I actually am.
Huh? Interesting. You're talking about renting out a house, and now we're talking about Airbnb sex dungeons. Interesting. Remember there was a house that went viral a couple years ago that was for sale, and there was a sex dungeon in the listings.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Well, people need the setup.
I just didn't know if you would put that necessarily in the Redfin listing.
You're really, I feel like, shortening your group of people that would be interested.
You are, but you're also gaining a whole subsect.
I don't know if I would a sex dungeon eliminate, because you can remove the sex dungeon. Is the aura that a sex dungeon was there keep you from buying the house?
For me personally, I think yeah.
Well, this is just for rental. This is Airbnb.
Yeah, but the house that was for sale that had a sex dungeon, you can remove the Catherine wheel down there. You don't have to keep it. I mean,
I feel like you would deter me.
Oh, nah. I mean, he's cleaned the carpet a little bit, maybe put in some hardwoods. As if it was a good price.
A little mop up.
Yeah, be careful.
So the the NBA playoffs are set, sort of.
Yes, for the most part.
Kind of.
So we're gonna get playing stuff.
We're gonna get the Lakers and Rockettes, and then we're gonna get the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. Of course, we knew all that.
Yeah,
but it's official. Lakers Rockets winner gets the winner of Oklahoma City and I don't know, maybe your Blazers. And then Nuggets Timberwolves winner gets the winner of Suns and I don't know, maybe your Blazers?
Yes, sir.
Maybe not. I don't know. And then in the East, Detroit is awaiting the play-in, of course. So is Boston as the 2. You get the Cavs Raps as the 4-5. And the Knicks Hawks as the 3-6.
Yeah. I mean...
And the Hawks are considered a sneaky little underdog.
The Hawks have been playing really good basketball as of late. I don't watch a lot of Eastern Conference basketball, but there is definitely a little bit of buzz. If you're looking for anyone outside of Detroit and Boston, I have heard several people that do follow the league say, keep an eye on Atlanta and keep an eye on Philadelphia if they can get healthy. That Philadelphia team, if they're healthy, that would be better than a normal 7 or 8 seed. It's not the team that you want to see if you're Detroit or Boston in the first round.
Yeah, Atlanta, once they traded Trae Young, have actually been pretty good on the season. I put Charlotte in that as well. Like in the month of January, Charlotte had the best net margin in the NBA, and then like in February and March, they were top 5. Like their net margin is great, so I think they would be sneaky.
If they get in, that's a nasty.
It's a nasty
first
1-8
round
matchup.
Yeah,
I actually, depending on price, I might bet on them to beat the Pistons.
Good little dog.
Really?
Yeah. If they make it, they have to win 2 though. That's the thing. They're the 9 seed, so they're gonna have to really.
Well, you're right.
It is weird that Detroit.
Yeah, they're not your typical 1 seed.
Detroit is 60-22, and so that's the 3rd best record in the NBA, and no one gives any sort of respect to Detroit.
And because Cade had that the punctured lung,
but he's back.
He's back. He played a couple games, and it's true. Like nobody believes that they can do anything. Yet they ran roughshod over the East all year.
Yep. And then here comes Boston, and now everyone's back on the Boston train. But, I mean, most people believe that the title's coming out of West. It feels like Oklahoma City, San Antonio, and Denver, whoever comes out of that, I kind of feel like most people believe in, and for the most part, San Antonio and Oklahoma City. I think that's the one everyone wants to see, which is kind of weird. San Antonio had a chance to bury the Nuggets and move the Lakers into the 3 spot, and they sat everybody. They would have not had to have seen Oklahoma City or Denver in the first 2 rounds, and they chose not to. Now they're on a collision course more than likely with the Nuggets in the second round. I don't understand that one at all. Makes no sense to me.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, because then if you get Lakers, it would be Lakers T-Wolves then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way easier.
Like the Thunder's road to the Western Conference Finals is going to be a cupcake.
Yes.
It's going to be like
except for the Blazers.
Right, when the Blazers take them to 7. But after the Blazers, it's
toughest series, the first series.
Rockets, and then the Thunder, or I mean the Lakers without maybe Luka or Austin Reeves.
And then does anybody believe in the Rockets?
No. No one believes in The Rock. Well, they hate each other.
They all, yeah. Katie's tweeting about him, from a burner account. And they just don't like each other.
Yeah, the Lakers are completely beat up. LeBron's 1,000 years old. The Rockets hate each other. Timberwolves, whatever. And then it's Denver, San Antonio, and Oklahoma City. And for the most part, again, San Antonio, Oklahoma City. That's the conference finals everyone wants to see. And I mean, San Antonio was the better team in the regular season. When they played each other, San Antonio gave it to them. They gave them the business. Now, is that first time in the playoffs, and do you got to take your lumps? Oklahoma City's been there before. I just think that's the one everyone wants to see. And if Wemby does it, if Wemby finds a way to win a title, then get ready for the how good can this guy really be.
That's going to be the crazy part. If that is the matchup and the Spurs win, how it might change the NBA is that we all think the Thunder have this dynasty that's going to roll on forever. If they lose to the Spurs, they're going to have to reevaluate everything. Say, look, we need to stop Wemby somehow. They may make some moves, honestly, in the offseason to try to upgrade and be better. It may work out, it may not, but it would change it where they aren't just going to roll it out every single year and kill everybody.
Yeah, if you get slapped around, and let's say San Antonio takes that, and let's say it doesn't go 7. Let's say they win in 5 or 6. Giannis is going to be on the move. And
bingo.
If you want to talk about a team that has more assets and young players, like the team that by far could give them the best package is Oklahoma City. So you want to talk about like a drastic shift. You're right. Let's say you win a title, then you get spanked by San Antonio, and you're like, crap, we can't just sit here and let the young guys develop. All right, you take Chet and a couple other things, and you package some assets.
The Thunder have the Clippers' first-round pick this year, which Dallas won the lottery last year in the same
Thunder
spot.
still have like 800 first-round picks?
Yes. And so you package
from bad teams, too.
So you package some young guys and Chet and draft picks, and then you're like, hey, Giannis, you wanna come down and play here? And all of a sudden, now it's a completely different ball game. So, I don't know, there just could be major implications because, it felt like Oklahoma City was on this run where, Golden State, right? They're just going to be the team every year. And, I don't know, regular season-wise, San Antonio had their number.
I hate this team.
Do you guys think that Young Hansen will eventually be the Wemby stopper?
I don't think so.
I think that's why they drafted him. But that's what I heard.
I
talked to a couple GMs around the league. They think so.
I think they drafted him for marketing purposes.
Marketing only had to get a new owner from Panda Express.
So the Fire are about to do the same thing. Marketing purposes, 7'4" gal from China.
Yeah, let's do it.
Next year.
I will never forget my favorite part of that whole introductory press conference is they went to the Panda Express guy. What's his name? It's Pam and is it Andrew? Chang Chung?
Yeah, whatever. We know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And they asked him why he bought in, and he's like, I don't know. Tom called me, and we've got Young Hansen. He's from China. That was the whole reason. I love it. He's like, he's big in China, and I like that guy. So what the hell?
Is his name Andrew?
Well, I think that's
Andrew and Peggy.
Yes.
Churn.
Yeah. Well, that's
I know. I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
My the BTJ's dad goes by Mark, and I can assure you his name is not Mark. No, it's Mamoru. But sometimes it's a little bit easier for those business purposes to just have Andrew and Peggy.
Andy.
Yeah, old Andy.
So you said Stevie brackets. You said 4 teams are capable of winning the title. You said that earlier in the show. Those would be Oklahoma City, San Antonio, perhaps Denver and Boston.
Yeah, Denver's the one that I would think about, but yes, I put them in there.
There's no other team capable of winning a title.
I don't think so. No, I think if Boston doesn't make it out of the East, I think the West wins 4-0.
Okay,
4-1.
All right. Well, it all gets underway tomorrow with really smoking hot play-in action.
Yeah. And we're the late game, right?
Our Blazers play late.
7:00.
Charlotte, Miami.
I think me and Stevie Fire are on the same page. Right?
I'm psyched.
Let's go.
I'm pumped.
Let's go.
I'm on board.
This is really exciting.
Let's get some playoff basketball.
I am on board.
Let your Neil O'Shea hate go away.
What? I have no Neil O'Shea hate. I don't even know who that guy is anymore.
Bro.
I just want something different.
Bro.
I
want some Chauncey news to break right before the game, too. That'd be great.
Well, the one thing I can assure you is that things are going to change. This will not be a quiet offseason.
Thank God.
I do the best I can. Let the chips fall where they may.
This is not going to be a let's just let this roster grow and develop anymore. I think those days are gone.
This is hopefully the last play-in situation the Blazers have for a while, according to Tom Duggan.
It's not. If I listen to you two guys, this is awesome. Can't wait for this again next year.
That's right. I want them to play it every year.
8 seed,
Let's go.
kinda. Maybe the 7.
Could be the 9.
Maybe the 10. Oh wait, no, they can't get the 10.
Can't get 10.
Can't get the 10.
That's how good they were this year.
That's right.
There's
They could fall to 10.
No chance.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
I mean, the other teams didn't want it either, but still, it's fine.
All right, let's get to the club. We'll start with another one on the Fan.
Hey, it's
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Portland Trailblazers got the 8th seed over the weekend, defeating the Kings. Now they are in the play-in tournament. Will they take on Phoenix tomorrow down in Phoenix? That's going to be a 7 p.m. tip. Winner of that game is the 7th seed and will take on the Spurs, while the loser then will host a game on Friday against the winner of the Clippers and Warriors game. Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton, he said today that he contracted shingles on his face, which caused a severe rash, intense itching, swelling that closed his eye, partial eyebrow loss, and ongoing nerve pain for 2 months. Medications for the shingles failed to fully resolve it, and then that led to significant weight gain. Milwaukee Bucks coach Doc Rivers and the team are parting ways after a 32-50 season. Luka Doncic, he's returning to LA on Friday after spending the last week in Spain, where he received multiple injections to his grade 2 left hamstring strain. Lakers have not provided an update on when Doncic could potentially return. Lakers take on the 5-seed Houston Rockets in the first round of the playoffs. WNBA draft is tonight. AZ Fudd from UConn was the number 1 overall pick to Dallas, while your Portland Fire, with the 7th overall pick, drafted Iana Martin from Spain. Former Duck point guard Jackson Shelstad, he announced over the weekend that he will be heading to Louisville for his final senior season. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube and Twitch. And now Window Nation brings you on-demand videos. Watch Window Nation's Window into the Fan.
Warning. Warning.
The following program may not be suitable for children.
Hold on to your butts.
As the sun sets over Slab Town, in the shadows of the Fremont Bridge, a club comes to life where you can let your freak flag fly.
There's a new fiesta in the making as we speak. Full kegs. Everybody's gonna be there. You ought to go.
The only thing that's off limits are the words you can't say thanks to the FCC.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
We've given away too much to arrive at these political compromises. Yeah.
Google me, bitch.
Oh no, oh no.
Well, my.
Secret Hitler?
Complete and utter embarrassing stupidity.
Mac and cheese.
He's a biracial angel.
Should I go right? Should I go left? Damn it. How do I get in that little girl's toilet?
More land. Or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, we apologize.
It's time for the club, baby. On 105.1 and 1080, The Fan.
Shane Falco, so Malcho. Kind of got screwedy over.
Okay, a lot to get to here tonight in our club hour.
Is there?
There is, yeah. I got a lot of. I have robust club hour notes.
The tickle trunk runneth over
this week. Yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. We've got the world's oldest gorilla. Although I did hear that story on Luke's show, so I don't want to repeat.
There's the chimp civil war going on right now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, but I feel like it's a little late to that. Like, did you watch the Chimp Empire? It was like a year or two ago with Marshala Ali that was narrating it.
No.
I want to say it was on Netflix. Might have been HBO. It's called Chimp Empire. There's the largest group of chimpanzees in the world. They're like a couple hundred. They're the tribe. And it followed them for like a year or two. And people have been studying this group for decades. And they're at civil war. Like the groups have separated. And now it's a warring faction. And so all of a sudden this week, it kind of came out. People were like, oh my God, there's a civil war. Yeah, they made a documentary about it like 2 years ago. But now all of a sudden it's really good. Go watch it. I think it's like maybe 5-6 episodes, 45 minutes each, hour. It's called Chimp Empire, and it's really, really good. If you want to see how close chimps are to us, because there's no reason for it. The groups have been living together for years and years and years, and a couple of the elders die, and a couple of the youngs are like, well, F this, I don't want to do what you say. And they get their own faction, and they go to war, and they like patrol. I mean, everyone has like their own little job. It is shocking how human they are. And now it's become a scene where people are looking at films because a couple of them died, or there was a big fight that broke out, and people are like, yeah, they've been doing this for years.
War is in.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to war, man.
Yeah, man. Chimp civil war. And if you see chimps that like go out, it is scary stuff. Like when they go to war and they just like kind of charge at each other, it's brutal.
From the outside, it looks like an idyllic American home, Jace. Gabled roof, white picket fence, manicured lawn.
Beautiful. Love
the white. Like your home.
Love the white. I don't have a white picket fence.
You want one, though?
Well, I had a retaining wall, but it got stolen, so now I'm a little worried of putting up the white picket fence.
It's an Airbnb, but not just any Airbnb. Described as a romantic and playful escape. It is a $600 a night Florida rental fitted with floggers, paddles, restraints, spanking benches, and rooms draped in purple and black. Dozens of homes like this on America's most popular home rental site, Airbnb. Ordinary suburban homes transformed into fully equipped BDSM dungeons.
Oh, yeah. I see it right here. You can go to Airbnb and, you can type that in. Boy, I hope they clean well. Because, hotels have a little bit of that, like, you're always a little worried about what went on in the hotel. I think you got a real good idea what's going on when there's a wheel of pain in a sex swing.
You know what they ought to do?
Would you want to get in a used sex swing?
No.
I'm going to need to see that thing bleached.
I can definitively say no.
Oh, they have they have themed rooms, and one of them is a school room with a little desk and a blackboard.
Could you timestamp the cleaning?
Yeah, that's what you need.
And like show the video of it?
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, is this really clean? And then you timestamp the video.
That's what I need.
And then there you show that shows them deep cleaning it.
Yeah. And then you got to do a walkthrough with me with one of those black lights.
Right.
I got to,
right.
You know, maybe a pressure washer. Yeah, I like to pressure wash things. Get in there and kind of really, like we have a Ford Bronco, and the inside of it is meant to be hosed down. Like there's nothing in there that water will damage. I need that. I need a pressure wash before I use your, you know.
So listen,
sex toys should not be shared.
Well, whatever you're doing out there,
yeah,
that's your business. And look, I don't see any problem with this. If there's a sex dungeon in a home and it's equipped for such things, advertise it. There may be some people who are like, "Oh, this is great," or they'll try it out. Apparently, this is really popping. Like, yeah, I think the idea of BDSM. As a matter of fact, I was reading in here. It said,
the living room actually looks pretty cool. Like it's got a good vibe, but
it's not just like right as you walk in the door.
No, you got to go down.
It's still a decent house. Yeah. Oh, some of them have the masks right on the.
Yeah.
You know, like right
grab
on.
a mask. Take your shoes off. Grab a mask.
Pretty much.
I mean, you know what that is? You know that's called setting a tone. And feng shui. When you walk in, it says something about the house, and you get one of those weird bird masks. The goggles. It just lets you know what you're in for.
You got to be hot in the first quarter. Get off to a good start.
There you go. You can't fall behind early. Not in the sex dungeon game.
So this says studies are suggesting that around a third of couples now incorporate some form of kink into their sex lives.
Yeah. Among
younger Americans, the numbers are even higher. More than half of Gen Z and millennials report an interest in BDSM, compared with just 12% of baby boomers. So it's a thing. It's growing. And I see no problem with it other than what's happened, and I think it's a little concerning. Well, maybe not even because the kids don't, they're like not on Airbnb.
Yeah.
But when people are searching like for just a regular home to rent with their kids and stuff, these are not being filtered out. In other words, they're in and amongst the listings. Yeah. And some people are having a problem with that.
I'll tell you what, because when I go on vacation, we're Airbnb folk. I don't really like hotels. It's why. Well, that's not. If I'm going to like San Diego, then I'll get a hotel. But when I travel internationally, I don't like the idea of just staying in a resort. It seems lame. I'm going to go all the way across the world to go sit at a Hilton. That's stupid. I like an Airbnb in and amongst the people. And I'll tell you what, it would get my attention. Whenever we're looking at places and I'm scrolling through and I'm looking at the miss, I'll bring up like 10 places and I'll let the misses kind of pick. I'm not gonna lie, if one of those came out, it certainly would be an attention grabber. I don't know if that's the one we'd pick, but it would certainly grab my attention. It would give me a second look.
The $11 billion a year company declined to say how many of its listings include BDSM or kink facilities. The number is thought to have risen in recent years, with hosts openly advertising fetish-themed rooms to a growing clientele.
Yeah.
Hosts described adult-themed rentals as among the most lucrative on the market, frequently overbooked and commanding premium prices. That's probably just scarcity.
I would think so.
Right there.
Like if you're into it, it's...
Yeah, like it's hard to find them.
Yeah.
And if you find a good one, it's booked.
Yeah. Here's one
go back.
Here's one in McMinnville, Tennessee.
Oh, so close. I thought you were going to say Oregon.
No. 30 minutes from Rock Island State Park, 40 minutes from... Yeah, it sounds like it's just out in the middle of Tennessee. Who knew? Tennessee was about that. 90 minutes from downtown Nashville. So that seems like a bit of a drive, but like if you're going to Nashville, this place is they call it the Lover's Lair. And it's something. So I mean these are popping up all over. I was kind of like, you can look up the listings. I kind of thought this would be like New York, LA.
No. It's suburbs.
Yeah, the other one was in St. Augustine, Florida. That one's in middle of nowhere, Tennessee.
What?
A little strange.
And hosts can charge 40 to 65% more than standard rates.
I've noticed too that everyone, now I've only looked at 3, they all have the bed underneath the bed you got a cage. I'm not. I mean,
Yeah, you're nothing without.
you're
a
nothing
cape.
without that. I'm not gonna lie. This one here
Not so great.
seems a little lame.
You got one in our area here? Narrow down that search, baby. Let's figure it out.
I'll see what I can find. I did.
We don't need to go all the way to Tennessee for this.
Yeah, the Red Room Cabin. Not. I think it's a little lame.
All right.
Where's this one? By the way, there's another one in Tennessee. What is with Tennessee?
A popular new trend, guys.
Why is Tennessee the home to North Carolina?
Because they have two of them?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily the home.
Ooh, this one in North Carolina has an electric chair.
Ah.
Yeah.
What are we doing there? What?
Yeah, there's an.
What?
It's an electric chair.
What?
It's a working electric. Now, I'm assuming that is a mild shock.
That's a kink?
Like we gonna die here? Or?
Getting shocked?
Huh.
Huh.
I don't know.
Can't say I knew that.
nor do I. I'm trying to see if I can find one here locally.
What would you do if you go home tonight and BTJ's like, babe, I want you to shock me? Wait.
I bought this electric chair.
Careful.
Clip that.
Careful.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought this electric chair and I want you to hook me up to it and start.
Hey, when in Rome, fire it. Let's go. Oh.
What if she
says I'm not going in the chair?
What if she says she wants you in the chair?
Nah, I'm not
she
going.
wants to shock you.
Nah, I'm not going
And
in
it
the
makes
chair.
her really, really, really horny.
Negative.
If you can handle it.
Negative Ghost Rider. By the way, I found one in Oregon for you.
Okay, where are we going?
Sub Rosa. Well, let's see where this is at.
I have a place there.
Oh, when we come back, I'll go. This is in Oregon. I'll find out where exactly this is in Oregon.
All right, guys. It's out there for you if you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Airbnbs. Sex dungeons.
They've got electric stuff, too.
We have another one.
Boy, I am behind. I'm like an old man. I don't even know what's in anymore.
It's getting alarming. That's next on The Fan.
The new
What's going on here? Okay.
I did find this place for you, though, in Southeast.
Yeah.
It's right here in Southeast Portland.
Okay.
It's $500 a night.
Oh.
So that's,
All right. So you got to pay a premium to get that.
Got to play a premium.
Get that swag.
But you do get a bondage table with multiple D-ring hard points and the horizontal lockable cage. Because, again, I feel like if you're no one without a lockable cage. You got to have the cage. Height adjustable leather hanging sling with foot stirrups.
People
That's
like
important.
to be caged.
Yes.
Hanging sling.
Yes. 1 ton chain hoist with spreader bar. Yeah. Gotta have that. You got the spanking bench / horse with ankle and wrist restraints, of course.
A classic.
Leather padded restraint wall. The medical bondage chair. Gotta have that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Large ottoman with hard points. You get a queen size iron bondage bed with multiple restraint points. Leather armchair, aka the daddy chair.
Do you think someone's reading that going, that's lame?
I think that's
not very cool.
I think that's for watching.
Well, no, I just mean like the whole thing. Like, well, that's not enough. Like, I'm really looking for more hard points.
Let's see what else we got. You got lots of toys. You got nipple clamps, eye mask, restraints, leashes.
Boring.
You got your towels, full bathroom with shower, cold and hot water cooler, coffee maker, selection of teas and coffees and chocolates.
They have tea.
Yeah.
No.
Wi-Fi access, Sonos system. That's nice. Pandora options as well. Bluetooth speaker for your device. Oh, I hate to say this, but the raised corner bishop's chair has been moved out. They no longer offer it. But
why would anyone stay there?
If you'd like, you can rent the Kink Neon Wand Electro Sex Kit for only $25. That's an add-on, though. As is the Motor Bunny. That's going to cost you an extra $50 as well.
Let's talk about that. What's going on there?
It is a sit-upon saddle-style machine with a variety of attachments for different bodies and activities. It's the most versatile, powerful ride-on that you can have in the entire world.
Can I pay extra $100 to make sure it's cleaned properly?
No, you do have to bring your own attachments. So $50, but you must provide your own attachments. But they will sell them to you as well.
Okay.
It's a full selection.
Well, I like that then.
Yeah.
No, I'm in.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you want to kick it up a little bit, there are, there's various things. Yeah, that's right here in South Portland, and that is called the Sub Rosa.
South Portland, that's where we are.
Yeah.
Or where we used
Southeast,
to be.
yeah.
Oh, Southeast.
Southeast.
Well, now there's now a South Portland. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
That's
Southeast is different.
Yeah, this is Southeast Portland. So, anyway, you asked for one in Portland, found you one in Portland.
Great.
Does have a bit of a gothic sort of
Well, yeah.
vibe.
That's part of the deal, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think that. Why can't it be, why does it have to be gothic? You ever have any, why is everything always dark and brooding? Why can't you have, a happy, springtime, Easter-themed?
Sunshines?
Yeah. Everything's always has to be dark and leather.
Barbie-themed?
Yeah, there you go. I'll tell you what, the medical chair is a little, whenever I see that thing, that gives me the willies. But anyway, there you go.
So we've got another one, and I want you to tell me what you believe is going on here.
Talk to me.
But we have a missing nuclear official. Again.
Yeah, this has been happening a lot lately, right?
This is the 10th person tied to this pattern surrounding secrets about our nuclear program. 10th.
Perfectly normal.
10.
Nothing to see here. I love, by the way, if this happened in Russia or anywhere else, we'd be all over it. But in the U.S., we're like, we're fine.
So this says his name was Steven Garcia. He's 48. He vanished without a trace in August of 2025. He was last seen leaving his Albuquerque, New Mexico home on foot, carrying only a handgun.
What?
Yeah.
That's what he's leaving? He's just openly waving that around?
Well, it sounds like he was worried. So an anonymous source says that Garcia was a government contractor working for the Kansas City National Security Campus, a major facility in Albuquerque, that plays a key behind-the-scenes role in America's national defense.
Okay.
Specifically, they manufacture more than 80% of all the non-nuclear components that go into building the military's nuclear weapons. Garcia allegedly served as a property custodian, giving him a top security clearance and broad access to the entire site's nuclear secrets.
The janitor has access to our nuclear secrets? How does that work?
Well, you got to clean.
Well,
I mean, clean in there.
Look, as a former janitor at a computer company, no one was handing me the keys to the sensitive areas.
Well, who's going to clean those parts of the building?
That's right. You gotta grant access.
I guess.
Nobody else wants to do it.
I suppose.
Nuclear bro doesn't want to be mopping up in there.
I wouldn't think so.
Beneath him.
Imagine that if you're like, dude, I'm a janitor, but you're a janitor in like the most top secret place on earth. Kind of cool, right?
Yeah, until you go missing.
Yeah, it's no good. That's why I never want to know. I would never want to be privy to the important stuff because that's, you go missing. It's easier to just eliminate these rubes than to have them out there talking.
So this source describes Garcia's work as a very high-level overseeing position for all the assets, tens, maybe hundreds of millions of dollars in equipment and assets, some of which are not classified, others would be classified. The government contractor's sudden disappearance marks the 10th person with ties to America's space or nuclear secrets who has died or mysteriously vanished in recent years.
So we're just shoving people out windows and down elevator shafts, a la Putin.
Moreover, 4 of these officials have vanished without a trace in almost the same manner as Garcia, and all had a connection to U.S. nuclear secrets or rocket technology.
Yeah, this is...
So what do you think's going on here?
Well, I got one of two things. Either it feels like there's a lot of the alien stuff. It feels like it's only a matter of time before we get the, hey, everybody, this is what's really going on.
Wait, they're being abducted by aliens? Is that what you're saying?
We're offing them because they know too much. Or... We're getting ready to bomb some people. We've got some stuff that none of this is good. None of it. Well, like when we went down into Venezuela, right? We had all those weapons that supposedly like we can't talk about, but like the stories are that like Venezuelan people were like crapping their pants and like writhing around the ground and we don't know what it is. And then supposedly we found that F-15 pilot with some sort of heart murmur device that we were able to pick out one guy's heartbeat in the middle of a desert. And now we're threatening to end entire civilizations with weapons that no one's ever seen before and that we can't imagine. And everyone assumes that that's like nukes, but we don't know. This is all. And it feels like now, before when we used to get aliens, it was always like some rube from Kansas that was being probed and like no one took seriously. But like there's real people now, like Navy pilots and the president, Obama came out recently, right? And said that the aliens were real. And then he got to walk it back and be like, well, I don't know. Yeah, you do. I feel like we're on the cusp of, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I feel like we're on the cusp of finding out that we've been playing with some technology that's not ours.
So I think what's happening is you've got some very sophisticated networks taking these guys out.
Yeah.
And they're either getting information from them or they're just trying to hurt the U.S. by killing our top people in the know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
That's what I think's going on.
It's not, I don't know.
It may be the Chinese.
I don't know. That's not good. So
maybe the Russians.
You got 10 dudes that are all tied to...
not just dudes.
Yeah.
There's a woman on here.
Okay. 10 people.
10 peeps. There's another guy. His name is William McCasland. Was last seen around 11 a.m. February 27th in Albuquerque. Did the same thing. He left his house, no phone, no wearable devices, or his prescription glasses. He was only carrying a revolver.
Jeebus.
And I guess that...
So he knew something was coming.
I don't know what's going on,
He knew something was coming. Yikes.
Anthony Chavez and Melissa Casillas both worked at the Los Alamos National Laboratory, one of the nation's most important nuclear research sites. Chavez was 79, worked at the lab until his retirement, although his role there was not made clear. Casillas was an active administrative assistant at the facility and is believed to have had top security clearance. Both were last seen leaving their homes in New Mexico on foot, leaving behind their cars, keys, wallets, and phones before disappearing without a trace less than 4 months before Garcia vanished.
See, I think that's more like we're doing it. I feel like these guys we're doing stuff that we shouldn't be doing, and there's a fear that maybe someone isn't on board, someone could be a whistleblower, and it's easier to just get rid of people. Because we know all the other governments do it, so why wouldn't ours?
But why are they leaving their house in the same manner? Like, that's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just it's a fear. Maybe they feel like something's coming. Maybe they were talking to each other like, it's time to go now. I don't know. Maybe they're just going underground and they're disappearing for their own good because they feel that something's coming. I don't know. But that's kind of creepy. Because last time I checked, anything involving nuclear energy or anything like that, I would assume that is top secret as you get when you're dealing with stuff like that. And you now have all these people disappearing. It's not good. It's not normal.
The director of the Materials Processing Group at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab, scientist Monica Reza, 60 years old, disappeared while hiking with friends in California June 22nd, 2025.
Jeez.
And she's tied to McCaslin through her work.
See, and that goes back like the jet propulsion stuff. That's like Bob Lazar stuff. The guy that claimed that we've been trying to reverse engineer alien stuff for years and years and years. And I don't know. And now anytime I turn on the news, we got someone on there saying that we've got stuff that you won't believe. And again, that Venezuela stuff was weird. I don't know. It's all very strange.
Nuno, 47-year-old dude, killed in his home in a Boston suburb by a man from Portugal. This was December of last year. Apparently, he knew he did revolutionary work in nuclear fusion, and that made him a target.
Well, is that another one too, where, with energy, that's like one of the grandest conspiracy theories of all time, that if you did have the ability to come up with a clean, cheap energy source for everybody, how many people would get put out of business? That's like the oldest conspiracy theory in the book, that we have the ability to do that, and the oil companies and gas and everything won't let it because they would go out of business tomorrow, and it would change. I mean, if you wanted one thing that could change the world overnight, wouldn't it be that?
Yeah.
If you could have a clean, cheap energy source, that would literally radically change. Like, governments and markets would crash. Everything would change. And I could see people being like, not on my watch. You want to talk about like what I wouldn't want to be a part of is that. If I was working on a team of 10 people that could come up with a fuel that could run cars, planes, houses, cities, whatever, and it was dirt cheap and didn't involve oil, I would want nothing to do with being the one that was trying to bring that to the forefront. Because how many people and how many billions of dollars would have an incentive for me to disappear and that research to go away forever? Thanks, but no thanks.
So here are the rest of them. Astrophysicist named Carl, February of this year, shot to death on the front porch of his home.
Seems normal.
2 other men with deep ties to NASA and the Jet Propulsion Lab died recently. Circumstances surrounding their passings remaining a mystery. NASA scientist Frank Maywald reportedly died July 4, 2024 in L.A. Cause of death never made public. Officials confirmed that an autopsy was never performed. And in June of 2023, just 13 months before his death, he was the lead researcher on a breakthrough that could help future space missions detect clear signs of life on other worlds.
That's effing terrifying. Thank you.
And then, that's not all. We've got one more guy, Michael Hicks, a researcher. He was a research scientist at NASA Jet Propulsion Lab, passed away July 30th, 2023. He was 59. Cause of death never made public. No record of an autopsy. What the hell, dude? I just gave you 10 of them.
That's so bad. And yet,
why is this not a bigger story?
Because we're busy with, I don't know, Secret Lives of Mormon Housewives, or we're so dumb. We're so easily just wool over our eyes. That is terrifying stuff. Absolutely terrifying things. I mean, but let's be honest. Whatever you think, Jeffrey Epstein was involved with the most powerful human beings on the planet and he was killed, and we all know he was killed, and nothing gets done. Like, there is not a single person. Like, I have some friends of mine that are deep Republican, and even they, who give that side of the aisle the biggest benefit of the doubt, know that that's a pile of horse crap. And yet, dude, they killed that guy, and they didn't even a good job of covering it up. And you know what will ever come of that? Nothing. And I mean nothing. So if they can do that, like, I mean, all this stuff is not even in headlines. The fact that they can sweep that under the rug and be like, no big deal. Who's it? Joe Kent, who again at one point had the full-on, again, right-wing guy and had top secret clearance. He even said that his own words, not mine, look it up. He said that the assassination attempt, the one in Pennsylvania, the earshot, he said that wasn't investigated. He said 100%. He said just like, I think it just got shut down. And they're like, nothing to see here. Like, and all that stuff is right in front of our faces. And the fact that this stuff is all behind the scenes, none of this will ever. I'll bet you that is so easy to make those people disappear, and no one gives two S's. Because the guy in Butler, Pennsylvania, the wife, whose husband, the firefighter, got shot, she's been yelling and screaming about trying to find out what happened, and they're like, shh, someone died. I know he got shot in the ear, allegedly, but someone died. And that lady's like, well, can I find out why my husband died? And they're like, yeah, no. Shh.
Wild, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm not important.
Exactly. That's what I said. If you were...
No one's messing with me. They don't care.
If you were the person and you were sitting in your lab and you were like, oh my God, I just came up with a solution to the world's energy problem, you would think that that is the greatest development in human history, and it would probably be a death sentence put upon your head. All
right. Well, that's encouraging news.
Yeah.
Primetime Coachella. Next, here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
The NBA regular season is officially over, and your Portland Trailblazers are the 8th seed after beating the Kings last night in Portland. Next up for them is a play-in game against the Phoenix Suns. That'll be down in Phoenix. Winner of that game is the 7th seed and will take on the San Antonio Spurs in round 1. The loser will then host a game on Friday against the Clippers or the Warriors with the right to take on the OKC Thunder. Tyrese Halliburton, he disclosed today in an interview that he contracted shingles on his face, caused a severe rash, intense itching, swelling that closed his eye, partial eyebrow loss, and ongoing nerve pain for 2 months. The medication for the condition failed to fully resolve it, and then that led to significant weight gain for Halliburton. Bucks coach Doc Rivers and the team, they are parting ways after this season. Milwaukee at 32-50 this year. Luka Doncic, he's going to return to LA on Friday after spending the last week in Spain, where he received multiple injections for his grade 2 left hamstring strain. Lakers still have not provided a timetable for Luka. WNBA draft is tonight. AZ Fudge, she was the number 1 overall pick. She's from UConn. She went to Dallas. Your Portland Fire with the 7th overall pick drafted Iana Martin from Spain. And former Duck Jackson Shellstad, he announced over the weekend he will be heading to Louisville to play next season. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home.
Controversy.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know what's going on out there.
You ask why we can't pay any attention to like scary important
Yeah.
stories? Because we got Coachella.
Yeah.
There's hots
right.
with midriff at Coachella.
That's right. Everyone's talking about Sabrina Carpenter's all-out spectacle.
Yes.
That she put on.
Yeah.
Apparently it was
And that's
wonderful.
why we can't pay attention to scientists disappearing.
But the controversy is that Justin Bieber played.
Yeah.
And
He's
the
having a
Biebs,
breakdown.
yeah,
It's actually pretty neat.
Sums up with the Biebs because apparently these are the only 2 shows he's going to play all year.
Mm-hmm.
So he does not play live. And he's got a new album called Swag. So they got him to do 2 shows at Coachella.
Yeah.
Which, of course, we all know is a huge music festival down in California.
Right at Palm Springs, right?
Well,
That
I think
area?
they're down in
that area.
Coachella. Yeah, it's south of it. So, apparently, fans are pissed because he came out on stage and basically just pulled up YouTube. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
He pulled up YouTube and old clips of him on YouTube because, he was discovered on YouTube.
Yes.
And he started singing songs along with him from YouTube. And that's it. That was his whole set. Fans are not happy. They called the performance underwhelming, weird.
Was it Diplo defended him and said, hey, no one else could go to Coachella and just sit on his laptop and play off YouTube because that's like legendary. You got to give it to him a little bit. He was like, I have so many hits. Here, you get this. So there's one guy.
So he played his
defending him.
I guess he played some of his new stuff. He sang, he just played like normal.
Yeah.
But with this, for all of his old stuff, part of his set, he moved over to a table. His laptop was sitting there, and it was just him.
Yeah.
And he said, he told the crowd, he said, tonight is such a special night. I feel like we got to take you guys on a bit of a journey.
Nah.
Then he opens YouTube, and he's scrolling through YouTube while the fans are like reading ads or something. I don't know.
I mean,
he appeared to be spontaneously looking up old videos to sing along with in the only portion of the set that delivered catalog material.
I'm just not into it, bro.
It was, by conventional production standards, indefensible. No choreography, no set design, no pyrotechnics, and yet it was the most honest thing a pop star has done at a major festival in years.
this guy says, my girl is a Bieber fan. She watched the whole thing. She loved it.
Yeah, maybe it was great. I don't know.
Again, I go back to this is how dumb we are. Where we're like, man,
we're fighting over this.
No one could pull this off but Bieber. Well, this is like when you see someone on the catwalk, you see some fashion guy, and he's wearing like a garbage can on his head, and he's wearing like comically large boots, and we're like, fashion, so brave. It's like that. If you showed up at a show and you saw someone do this, you'd be like, dude, that's the worst show ever. But Bieber does it at Coachella, and somehow he's colorful. We're like, man, no one could pull this off but the Biebs.
Well, what if they lose the internet?
Well, then you're kind of hooped. I would assume at Coachella you have good Wi-Fi.
Katy Perry was there. She posted an Instagram video and said, thank God he has premium. I don't want to see no ads.
Look, I think it's no better. I guess it's no worse than when I when I went and saw Bob Dylan in concert, and he refused to play anything, and I couldn't hear him. He's mumbled on a dark stage the entire time. Was it Prince once played an entire show in the dark? He refused to turn on the lights. Lauryn Hill will not show up for like 2.5 or 3 hours because she's not feeling the crowd.
Oh no!
I mean,
not again.
If you went and you're shocked by anything that Biebs, who's on the verge of a massive collapse, I mean, just be happy he showed up at all.
Well,
he was there.
It's true. He was the highest paid artist there, which is also wild because that's a big. I mean, they get a lot of acts.
That's a huge thing.
But I guess he's in high demand.
Yeah.
One fan said, I'm crying. This might actually be the worst performance I've ever seen. He's literally just playing music videos from YouTube.
Yeah, I mean.
And then somebody else said, these 8 minutes of Justin Bieber singing his old songs, I'm going to treasure this in my heart for the rest of my life.
We all get stuck in that YouTube vortex. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I like to go and look at live versions of songs that I like.
Sure. Yeah, that's always
see how the band plays it live.
I like the ones where, because a lot of my artists aren't necessarily the biggest artists in the world, and especially like during COVID, a lot of them would play at their house. I love, Pearl Jam has this where they have like a at Eddie Vedder's house. There's like a recording studio, and he'll just sit and play something in his recording studio. Or Floggy Molly, they play it in front of their fireplace. I like stuff like that, where it's just someone in their living room playing. Now, I wouldn't want to pay to go watch Flogging Molly sit on a stage and then play a YouTube video of them. But
who's Molly and why was she flogged?
It's a good question. Who's to really say?
Now we are getting some pushback here from Bieber Bro.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know we had Bieber Bros out there, but this guy says this is not accurate. He only did the YouTube bit for 25 minutes. Some say he did it because some of his catalog he's already sold, and by playing YouTube, it didn't break the agreement. That very well could be true. And it does say in here that that was only the portion of his set that he played old songs.
Okay.
So it was just a portion of his performance. But
he still was just playing stuff off YouTube. So
right.
I see. I mean,
people were stunned by it.
I see he's just singing along
Just
to
sitting
YouTube videos. I don't know, man. In a world where
I kind of want to like the Biebs.
You do?
I
feel bad for him.
I kind of want to like him.
Yeah,
but
he seems like he's gone through a lot in his life.
Well, he has gone.
I
do. I'm with you.
I think Biebs got Me Too'd really young by a lot of people, and I think I feel bad for him. He's rich, famous, and all that, but dude's got some scars and aren't going away.
So now they're calling it Scrollchella.
Scrollchella. Well, it's a good thing I didn't go. I know one thing, and that's Coachella is not for me. So
yeah, I can't see you down there.
No, we're good.
All right, we'll wrap it up next. We'll wrap it up. Oh my God. Am I being poisoned?
It's time to change. We've got to go to break.
You're talking too much about the old guys getting murdered.
Government.
Yeah, taking you out next.
Government. All right, we'll wrap it up next on The Fan. All right, well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Sorry. No, I mean, I'm sorry for the show.
Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow with a better effort.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I like today's show.
It was good.
Yeah, it's good. Good stuff out there. All right.
Careful
guess
if
what?
you're a scientist.
Yes. If you know something, you're going to die.
Shut up.
So, everybody have a great night, okay? We're back tomorrow, 3 to 7 at Fan. Good night.